You're listening to the Dark Side of the Mic podcast with James
Nothing says no balls like your wife putting you on a diet.
and Austin.
Everybody's a freaking idiot to some extent. Some people are dumber than others. Fill my shit up, boy.
Like all the way?
No, don't do that shit. Let's go.
Andrew?
This one's for
What's good?
What is good? I'll tell you what's good. Hashtag no ad. Terramana? Did I say that right?
Terramana.
I have no idea.
Let me see it.
Shout out to The Rock.
Terramana.
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 Yeah.
Terra, man.
Hey,
It's going to face like that. No ad.
The Rock has tequila like that. I didn't
Does
know
he?
that Dwayne Johnson owned that company, though.
So I got this because we were hanging out Friday.
Yeah.
And before we left, Omar, shout out Omar,
Shout out.
was like, yeah, it was good talking to him, hanging out with
really
him. He was like, hey, let's take a shot. This is the Frock. Not to be not to be confused with The Rock, but the Frock.
The Frog.
Yeah, it's his whiskey. So
Is it Dwayne
Tequila.
Johnson or Dwight
That's
Johnson?
tequila,
What's his
right?
name?
Dwayne. Dwight Johnson, you know, from The Office.
oh yeah, that guy,
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Actually, no. What is the Rock's name? I forgot.
Dwayne.
Dwayne
Okay,
Johnson.
yeah. Cheers,
Dwayne
man.
Johnson.
Cheers.
Cheers to episode 169.
Yeah, we already got Brandon saying nice.
Smooth.
169. How very fitting.
I made the comment that this was really good, but then I said, well, I did drink it when I was fucked up. So this shit is really good.
Yeah.
No chasers, but I'm just thirsty.
Thank you all for joining us here on episode 169. My name is James,
It's awesome.
And producer Drew, what's going on?
and today we have returning guest. Like, I've really lost count, dude. I'm pretty sure he has
We'll just
the
call
record.
Episode's number 69 that he's come on.
How
Yeah.
convenient.
169.
Hugo Sanchez is back in the building. What's up, guys?
What's up, y'all? Little claps.
Ew.
Yeah, fittingly,
Oh no, here we go.
This motherfucker said Joanne. Joanne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock
Dwayne.
Johnson. What's up, JD? I'm all messed up with sitting on the wrong side.
James.
Oh, okay.
No, he's actually on the right side.
Yeah.
The correct side.
Well, looking at it, I'm on the left side.
Hold on. No, that's why I said the correct side.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the right side.
Last week I was on the right side. Depending on how you're looking at it.
That's how they look at it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's in like the theater terms, which I think is what translates to TV too. It's also so your stage right. Even though like they're looking at it and you're on the left, facing the camera,
facing
you're on
out.
the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you're speaking in it, speaking in the
into the
terms,
camera.
it's like you're looking out towards the audience.
Correct.
Oh, okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Learn something new every day, huh?
There you go.
stage right.
My brother's face palming himself right now.
You should have known that shit, you dummy.
Hugo, requested that his presence be felt this week. You know?
Yeah. After last week's episode and seeing who was on here, I felt compelled
It's kind of like a
to
rebuttal.
come back. Yeah. Revenge, more like
Oh,
it. Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Like I literally text James and I was like, I need to be on to spite your brother.
Fuck yeah. I like that shit.
Quote. All
Keep that
love.
energy.
All
You gotta
love.
come on and match his energy with all this shit talking, right?
Yeah, right.
We need to. You got to beat him with how many watches we got?
You
I've only got one watch on right now.
you looking forward to his movie?
I am. I definitely am. Yeah. I know he's been working really hard on it. So.
Come on, Drew.
hard that he's neglected the other podcast that we so lovingly work on. But
Oh,
no, yeah,
shit.
I'm glad he's doing so well. Good for him.
Shout out Back to the Future.
I should have wore boots. It's gonna be a lot of bullshit on this.
That one would be good. Yeah.
There it goes. Back. Shout out Back to the Future. Nah.
I'm still waiting on the episode, man.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
So what you been up to, Hugo? Working? COVID? Are you still
Working.
COVID crazy or no?
I mean, I do what I can, but I'm also, I have not had it yet. Still, surprisingly enough.
One of the few.
Right. And like even in my family. So what ended up happening, my brother came for a visit. We hung out. We went to my hometown. We saw my family. Quick trip. Then
QT.
came back because I'm from Del Rio. Came back to Austin on a Sunday. My brother texts me Tuesday. He's like, dude, I just tested positive. I'm like, oh shit. Well, yeah, I mean, of course I have it. He stayed at my apartment. I'm well, like certain that I have it. And then my sister calls me like, yeah, we started feeling symptoms, this and that. I'm like, okay, for sure, then I have it. So I quarantined, got my test on the 5th day. The 5th day. My family also did the same thing. Every one of them. My mom, my sister.
You were like convinced that we got
I was like, I got it. No question about it. Because my mom.
Whoa. Hey, chill out. Just one shot, brother.
Give me another shot.
A little slap and pickle.
Yeah.
Cut the camera off for the next shot.
No, I want them to watch. No, my mom's sister, my niece, and my 98-year-old grandmother all got COVID. And I was like, oh, well, then for sure I have it.
Then.
Oh, it's super dangerous. Yeah. Luckily, they all had mild symptoms. I started having symptoms too, but it was also when like cedar was really bad. So I think I just had allergies because when I went and got tested, they're like, no, you're good. Like, So
that's crazy. I tell them the same thing too. Like when I had COVID, Crystal had COVID, tested positive. Was sick as shit. I was sick as shit. I tested negative. But for like it was like 8 days, right? 8 or 9 days that I was like in the shitter, dude. Not in the shitter, but like I felt like shit.
Yeah.
Don't make any sense. Could be allergies. I'm a bitch though when it comes to being sick.
Right. But I mean, I'm at a point where I'm still cautious where I need to be cautious. Like if I haven't seen, my family in a bit.
You watch that bright screen, boy.
Quarantine for a day or so. But
that boy shit.
it's not as crazy as
In case I gotta look something up.
We're good now. But haven't done much else. I've just been working. We're about to go back to the office too. So getting
Damn,
ready
is that gonna be crazy?
Yeah, no more nooners for me. Just, I have to wait till after work.
Paul said we're drunks. There was this scroll up on the comments right there. It says, what does it say? Melinda Oliva, are you the cheesecake guy?
Do you make cheesecakes? That's it.
Did she think I'm Delfino?
Yeah.
And
Or
I
did she think he's Delfino?
still haven't had that cheese because y'all hyped it up so much.
He makes the
last time.
sneeze cakes.
And I wanted some, but
He does. He looks like he could make cheesecakes, right?
oh, I love to bake. There's a small fact about me. I have some really good recipes for
Like what?
certain desserts. So my signature is a coconut cream pie.
Why do I think you're joking?
I'm not.
I feel like Mark's sitting right here beside us again, just bullshitting us like a motherfucker the whole time.
Yeah, right. Like I've never baked in my life yet.
He's like cream pies.
Oh,
the
yeah.
facial delivery cake.
Yeah, I'll bring it right to you. Yeah.
Delivery.
And you'll take it, man.
Oh.
You will take it.
What else
both
do you
of
like to cook?
I have a really good chocolate chip cookie recipe. I have a really good tres leches recipe. So yeah, quite proud of it. You know what? If I'm ever on again, I'll bring a baked good.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't know, man. I'm gonna need a vlog making it. I don't want you.
He's gonna bring it fresh out the plastic wrapper from HEB.
I don't want you stirring it with
You
anything.
ever done that shit? Like you get invited and you got to bring food, then you just take the cookies out of the dish and put them in a Tupperware.
Oh, for sure, dude. You're lying if you ain't done that.
I like making food, so I make that shit.
I was gonna say, I'm like, don't you like to like grill and stuff?
No, I mean, I need a good barbecue pit.
Oh, okay. Sanchez, the name. Hugo Sanchez, not to be confused with Delfino Sanchez.
They're different side of town.
Shout out to Enzo's Cheesecake Emporium.
We're probably related, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
I like how he calls it the Emporium.
He gives it like a
It's like eloquent.
Sounds fancy.
Emporium.
Fancy pants ass.
Where'd you get that from? Oh, the Emporium. Oh,
The Emporium.
nice.
Where's that at? Oh, down the road to the left. Down the hall.
Well,
to the
apparently
left.
he's got 2 locations, Lockhart and Kyle.
Yeah. He needs to open up like
All
a.
right.
He needs to have
No,
like
it's
a
just wherever he's
storefront
at.
or
He's
something.
either in Kyle or
When he
he's in
sells them
Lockhart.
in Kyle, they're way better than Lockhart's.
Why? Because you right there you get to pick it up on the clock. or what?
No, just because everything in Lockhart's like.
He's the company card.
John David
The gas
Lozano
card.
said, I can make a mean, I think that says hot dog.
Yeah.
Me too.
Boil it, throw some mayo on it, and dip it in water. The water you boil in. Yo, friend, you're fucking sick.
Said, why are you so red when Hugo looks at you?
That's Paul.
I feel like I look yellow, like I have like jaundice or something.
It's not because
He's
I'm
talking
looking
about
at
Austin.
him. It's not just because I'm looking at him.
I look red. Whatever the fucking thing is. What's his name? Joseph said the same shit the other day.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sweating. Not gonna lie. So tequila.
Nasty as boiled eggs. I wonder what's
Somebody just blow on me. You just blow me? What the fuck?
I sure did.
We have to put a section separator.
So
Yeah,
how
if
did you guys?
boil your
We're gonna
dogs,
take
you
a
gotta
break.
get
We're gonna
slapped.
take a break real quick.
How did you guys deal with the nasty ass weather we had? When was it? Monday night?
I didn't sleep.
You didn't?
I was
Man,
like, I went to bed at like 10, woke up at like midnight, was up till like 4.
I thought the majority of it had passed. You know,
Did it get
'cause-
bad over here?
Oh yeah, it got bad like at 1 in the morning.
Really?
They
Yeah.
had tornadoes in Stairtown, which is just a couple miles down the road.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, like my mom called me and was like super worried. Like, oh my god, are you okay? What's going on? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I literally, nothing's been over here. It's raining, but I didn't realize that tornadoes had
Yeah.
actually like landed.
I heard there was like 18 tornadoes that
Jeez.
touched down like in like central Texas and surrounding areas. That's once again, dude. I don't know if you're familiar with the sirens, the weather sirens here in town.
Oh, yeah.
They just turn on at will.
Yeah.
It's no pattern anymore.
So apparently they go off if there is a tornado, if there is
High winds,
or if there is a flash flood.
or high gas prices.
Yeah, or
Or like
high grass prices.
if there's like a, if there's a gay kid at school, and they'll be like, alarms, get him out. Yeah.
I don't even know if we have.
Yeah,
That's in the form of an active shooter.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't.
But plot twist, the gay kid is the actor.
Did he flip us off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you too. Yeah, man. I woke up at 1 because it was hailing. Then I get on Facebook. Bam Bam's on live,
Oh yeah.
which was okay. Which is pretty crazy,
I
man.
saw you
'cause
were watching his
You
live,
can
commenting.
you could hear the hail hitting his roof really bad. Well, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. He's like, God dang, I'm gonna have to tell these kids to stop throwing rocks at my house and da 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 da. It was pretty funny. Well, next thing you know, the motherfucker starts making a fifi on there. I was like, hey, I gotta go.
What?
Gotta
No, he
go.
fucking
Yes, he
didn't.
did. He's
I
on here,
just
Bam
seen his
Bam.
comment.
What the
Yeah,
hell were you
right.
doing, Bam Bam?
Where did I see his comment at?
That's why he even did a post. He's like, did any of y'all get scared and make a fifi, or was that just me? Yeah, he was on live making one. I was like, oh hell no, I gotta go.
This fool had all the fucking.
What's a fifi?
Oh, and then he
Put
had
your face on there, man.
he had
What's a fifi, Andrew?
He had 18.
I was like, oh,
it's
am I
like a
supposed to know what this
jail
is? Yeah.
pocket pussy.
It would be a pocket pussy if it was like not. It can't.
It wasn't
fit
in his pocket. Yeah.
Well, it was made out of a toilet paper roll. It looked like he had a toilet paper roll, a garra, and a damn rubber glove.
And he used it?
Well, I don't know. I turned it off.
Oh, I was like,
subscribe
on
to my
cam?
OnlyFans.
But right before that, he was like, "Man, hey, Andrew, look, I got 18 viewers." He's like, "I got more viewers than DarkSide." Right now,
Oh,
we're at
shit.
18.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, we're equal now. That's funny. Fifi.
I've never
think-
heard of that.
You think the
referred
name
to.
changes to like a fufu? If it's like a different race. Fufu, fifi, a fafa.
This,
Oh, if it's Mexican, it's a faja.
I used to work with this dude who he was in like federal prison like a while back, and he would tell us like all of the different things he would make fifis out of. This one time he was like, "Yeah, dude, I like had no choice," and he said he rolled up his mattress and fucking like oiled up the inside of it and shit.
Imagine sleeping on that bitch afterwards.
I mean, was he not aware that there are other people at the jail?
I don't know.
I
mean-
walked in on a guy at one of my jobs standing in front of the mirror jacking off, looking at his own ass.
What the fuck?
And he's like, that's what I used to do in jail. I was like, bro, so you become addicted to jacking off at your own ass.
There you go. Good for him.
I mean,
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's
what's up, James?
an option. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, get the fuck out, bro. I was like, dude, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. You're at work. It's not even a break. It's crazy. I ain't gonna tell you anything.
But maybe that was the thing. He wanted to get caught.
Strange, dude.
Speaking of which, I don't
Some
know.
people like to get watched.
Okay,
you know
I don't know if
Like-
this made its way to.
Like J and your D,
what?
like J and your D. Is it? You said some people like to get watched. Like
masturbating.
I don't know.
What's
Yeah,
J in
I
your
don't know
knee?
what, yeah, what's
jacking your dick.
Oh, okay. That's what I was
Come on, guys.
Yes, I don't know. Some people,
like
some
nope,
people
this is getting bad real quick.
that probably just gets them more aroused when they know somebody
Okay,
saw
so
them, or
there was
instead of
a-
getting like what is it, like embarrassed, they get like
Right,
probably get
yeah,
off on it.
it's their kink. They get off on like public play or whatever. So I don't know if this made its way to straight world. How it was all over
Straight
gay
world.
Twitter. It was bad. So there's this guy, one of those OnlyFans muscle dudes. He's bi. He's married to a woman, and he's all about like embracing his sexuality, good for him, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Again, let me preface that by saying there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So he hooks up with dudes, he hooks up with girls.
And his wife's okay with that?
His wife does it too.
She hooks up with chicks?
You should see her OnlyFans, and I will send it to you after this. So
just send me your login.
I'll send it to you if it's still up. Let me get to what I'm saying. So this guy, he's really all about public sex. Like, he likes to
go watch the
be
movie.
Adventurous. No, well, like, he'll do it in like
A park.
a park, or he'll go to, he'll be in his car and wait for somebody to show up.
God damn.
Or
Hey, it's not mine.
he's saying that at the shop.
Don't pour that much, bro.
Or he'll
I missed what you said because I was looking at this dude for this gigantic shot.
that he just likes public play. He'll be at a park, he'll be in his car,
He likes
he'll be
the
at
chance of getting caught.
right. He's been in stairwells. He's
I
all
wouldn't
over
go
this
watch
stuff.
a movie with this guy and eat
Probably
the popcorn.
not. Probably not. So
Fuck you.
the most recent video that he uploaded, I'll try and say this without being terribly explicit because
Explicit,
it
Dark
would
Side of the
probably, this video probably would get taken down. He had just finished an encounter with somebody, and that somebody was male. That male concluded everything. He climaxed on this man's face. This man proceeded to walk through the grocery store that he was at with all of that still in his
What
face.
the fuck?
It was everywhere. It was super explicit. I mean, it was
What do you do?
it was very obvious.
Mommy, what's
Was
up,
this-
man's face?
Thank you. That is the problem that people brought up, that they were like, yo, I get that there's your kink, that you're in public or whatever,
Yeah.
but you are in a place where like potentially children could be at, or non-consenting adults also who don't want to see that. Because
yeah,
imagine
that's
if you saw that.
That's I mean, not saying that I would be against it or for it, but yeah, you didn't ask my permission to jack
Absolutely.
off and the fish
And show it to everybody.
It gets kind of sticky, no pun intended, because like a child isn't gonna know. Like, I mean, they're
No, of
gonna
course not.
be like,
nobody's gonna know.
they're gonna be like, well,
Unless you like smell
come
it.
on, man.
Who's gonna
You
know?
walk by
Who's
me with
gonna
cum
know?
on your face, bro.
Who's gonna
I'm gonna
know?
be like,
They're gonna
bro.
know.
You must have been eating donuts before you came here.
No, it was bad. And so of course this guy like came under a lot of fire for it. He deleted the post, but people
He
were
posted
like,
it on OnlyFans?
He posted it on Twitter.
So let me ask you this: was he like
dude.
drenched or was he like glazed?
He was a fresh Krispy Kreme donut.
Oh, I thought it was
Hey,
toaster
those bitches are
strudel.
Good.
Completely toaster
Sick,
strudel.
fuck.
That it was
I
toaster
need to try that.
strudel.
Maybe
Somebody
throw
put
it
that
up.
on there, and
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah,
Ortiz.
To toaster strudel.
Damn.
Yeah, that's gross.
But yeah, it was bad. So that was like this big thing that happened last week. It's crazy. So you know how they'll do like I don't know if you ever see these memes, like the 4 people of the apocalypse that are like the 4 memes of the apocalypse or whatever. Like it's usually something stupid. So another thing that happened was there was some guy who went to the beach. Some people have very stretchy parts of their body, and this person happened to have a very stretchy. It's usually an exit. Was it butthole? Butthole. And he filled it with sand. And in the video, it starts like with his face, and then he moves it down and just lets go of all of the sand. It's bizarre.
That's disturbing.
It's
kinda.
totally disturbing. Like I saw it, I'm like, I'm not king shaming,
Dude.
but this isn't hot. This is how did you do that?
I go to the beach a lot, and sometimes I get sand in my ass crack. So I can only imagine having a pound of sand in my asshole.
Totally. So,
that
yeah.
motherfucker's chafed, cuz
Honestly.
running around with Rosal booty holes.
Ooh.
And this and this person did it on purpose too.
trying to press a different one right here.
Yeah.
Like I would like to show y'all. It's just it's intense.
That's pretty gross, dude.
You can
Let me see if I can find it.
So what else do you look at?
No, I wasn't looking for this. It was all over. People were sharing it, and they'd be like, "I can't believe I just saw the."
So if Bam Bam says y'all look like shit, but that lime looks good.
The lime is really good.
It's
actually.
like there is a color change. Why do I look like?
I look like I have jaundice, bro.
Hey,
like I'm fucking
hey.
yellow as fuck.
Austin, You look great. Stop.
Appreciate it.
Hey, if anyone's gonna get you to get your hat off, it's Hugo.
No.
So bear with me.
Hat on.
Hat on.
So I did find it. If y'all want to see it.
Not right
Do you
now.
want to
I'm
see
good.
it?
I'm good.
All right,
Okay.
fuck it. I'll watch it.
It's. I mean, it's.
Dude,
Like, I'm trying not to show it. It's bad.
you can show Austin. It's not that bad.
It's
So he was walking through the store like that.
walking through the store, and the thing is, people are commenting like.
So where
Dude.
did he glaze him at?
I'm assuming like a bathroom or something. But even at that,
like a bathroom at the store.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah,
nonetheless, I don't think he should be walking around like that.
no, of course
like
not.
that.
Of course
know.
not.
Clean up,
Because
man.
again, like the problem with a lot of this is like you
Like
know,
your face, you got powder
it's
on your
consent. Like if somebody doesn't want to see that, and you're not necessarily forcing people, but you know, you don't know the effect that could have on somebody, and yeah, that's bad. So
Joseph
anyway.
Blues in here. Yeah, isn't that guy that fucked that hog?
I don't know. I think that's a rumor.
Yeah, so there was a rumor.
Allegedly.
Like a radio station reported it that a local Caldwell County man was caught drunken having sex with a hog. Yeah, it's just a rumor. I don't know.
No, he tagged him in it.
Maybe Bam or
What
He's
was,
on 4 for a 20.
yeah.
what was the hog's name?
Enough of this shit.
I don't know what the hog's name is.
What was her name?
I wanted to talk to you guys about
Squarespace.
Chicks.
Squarespace is
yeah, chicks that get married and they don't take their spouse's name, like last name. Nothing
Have you
says
seen that?
nothing says yes. Nothing says more that I'm gonna cheat on you than I'm not taking your last name,
You think
or that I'm not fully committed to you.
Well, what if
Because isn't that traditional? You get married to something like if
I mean,
you can take you're like like Crystal would take my last name but have her name hyphenated.
hyphenated.
That what you're talking about?
No,
Or what do you
just
think?
like
talking
straight
about
up,
just
just like
cheating
no,
on us?
we're married, but
That's
like
not married. To me,
Yeah,
that's
it's not.
married.
Yeah,
I mean, it's I don't see the problem with it.
why? I mean,
Just because I mean,
isn't that
it's-
part of getting married? It's like
No. I think like getting married is more of like a personal commitment that you make to somebody. It's like regardless if you take their name or not. I mean, you could be named, you know, TV stand. That could be your whole name, but you're married to
Damn, that would
somebody. I mean,
suck.
it doesn't matter.
yeah. Then I would be James Stand.
If you would like to, because then that's the question. Like, well, why don't you take her last name?
No,
Because it's tradition.
You know, it's,
no. Okay, and
No, but I mean, of course, that's
and-
my
yeah.
opinion, right? Yeah.
men, women.
Oh, hell, here we go.
We'll get into more of that a little later. Okay. So if I'm marrying somebody, yeah, you're taking my last name. And if you're trying to hyphenate or whatever, dude, well then, you know, it's just lack of commitment, dude. Like if you're not willing to do that, well then, who's to say you're gonna turn some guy down at the bar who's like, hey, let me buy a couple shots, go spend the night on the square, you know, go fucking have a little hoorah. You know what I mean? No, just me. Just me.
Changes it or not?
Yeah, I don't see how those
think
things equate each other. You know?
I think it kind of goes along the lines of like the commitment. Like, is this a real commitment that you're trying to commit to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, even though the guy, I don't know why that's not like a regular thing, but everything that I've ever known and grown up to be, like the woman takes a man's name.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
That's
that's part of being married.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, marriage to me, man. Like, I don't fucking. I'm just like, you know, whatever. And I don't knock nobody on getting married or anything like that. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
And if my girl was like, if marriage meant like such a big thing to her, then yeah, I'd marry her. But you know, I'm just like, dude, like, why do you need to go in front of people, recognize it, make things more complicated in case y'all want to split, you know? And a lot of people these days too, they don't take marriage for what it is. If I marry somebody, that's it for the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah.
Those bitches that are married for like 4 or 5 times over, and dudes too as well.
I mean, it's all situational, right? You know, because you could say that, and let's say the person you're married to ends up like beating the crap out of you all the time, and you're like, well, I don't want to be married to you anymore. So yeah,
you didn't test drive that car long enough to know that it was gonna fucking.
I mean, it took me 13 years.
Sure, and that's also part of the problem is people think like, oh yeah, I've been together for a year with this person, I need to decide if I'm gonna marry them. No, you don't.
I think that whenever you
About
decide
6 months,
when you decide to marry somebody, you also have to live with them and experience life together before you start to make a commitment. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you can't live with a person until you get married because you got the old traditional ways.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But then to make that commitment, you got to live with them, because if I couldn't live with a Crystal, I definitely couldn't spend the rest of my life with her.
Yeah, I mean, that's completely fair.
Hugo, JP Pada has a good question. Which last name is taken when dudes marry?
I mean, that's decided between them, you know?
Like, or do they just keep the same name?
You can just keep the last name that you want. I mean, you don't need to use the last name of anybody. You could change it to whatever, you know.
Let me ask you something. In a gay relationship, is there always like a dude, like a man, and then like a feminine and then man,
submissive?
No.
I mean, I think that's what people almost expect, where they're like, oh well,
they have like roles to play.
Who's the wife? And like, none of us, like,
exactly.
Neither one of us is the wife, you know. It's
who's the bitch, right?
That's what they ask. Who is? It goes back to your idea of what you think a traditional wife is supposed to be. If you think like, oh, my wife is supposed to be submissive to me, I'm the one in charge, this and that. If that's what you want to think, good for you, but that's not every relationship.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure.
I mean, it could be that their last name is like this old family last name, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to keep that, you know. But like,
don't.
Hold on, man. Hey, make sure you're in the kitchen making me a sandwich. All right, bye.
Yeah.
All right, what's up?
Hey, I'm just kidding. In like Korea, they their first name is their last name, and then they have like a different. Like with us Americans, we have our first name is our individual first name, and then we share the last name at the end, second name. But it's switched in like Korea. Their first name is it's where their last name. So it'd be like Kim Jong Un is his first name to us.
Yeah.
So how would that fucking? I guess you just be.
I don't know.
Like
it would be
Kim is his last name.
I guess it would be like Mexicans.
So if it was like
whenever you have a kid, normally like it would be like Andrew. My middle name's Abel. Then my mom's name was Garcia, and then it would be the dad's name, which would be Campos.
You know how confusing when you start adding.
When you start adding all kinds of shit, it's like,
same,
oh fuck.
Like first name, so you have to like say the whole first name and then the last name.
Well, in places like Norway, they don't really use last names at all. What they do, because you know how they'll say sounds. Like, so for example, I'll give a really simple one, Thor. Like the comic book character, Thor's full name is Thor Odinson. Odinson means the son of Odin. Yeah. They took Odin, his father, his first name, and just added son to it.
That's pretty cool.
And that's what they still do
in
like
Norway
they say,
today. Like the kingdom they're from, like
Ericsson.
No, you just represent your father.
You are. It's just yes, you're going by the last name of your father.
That's what I named my son, Adrian, James' son.
Jameson. I mean, Jameson. Honestly, where do you think that came from? You know.
Oh, okay.
Like that's exactly where it came from. So in different cultures, it's different things. You know.
Austin of Dark Side of the Mic.
Hugo Austinson. I like it.
Sounds good to me.
My two best friends.
Waiting for Crystal to pop up in the chat.
Yeah.
She's not getting a kick out of this shit. She's like, fuck that motherfucker. He fucks with me all
He's not
day.
allowed in my house. You don't want him to meet the baby. My two best friends, one of them, when she got married, she didn't take her husband's last name until a couple of years later. Now she goes by his last name.
Why?
But it just because in the sense of like paperwork and stuff like that, it was a huge hassle.
That's one thing about marriage, dude. I feel like it just complicates it.
It can. I mean, but that's also, the way that I look at marriage as a commitment is
Crystal.
you're choosing to want to be.
What's up, Crystal?
Hey, Crystal.
Hey.
She's I'm here, bitches. That includes you, Hugo.
No, that was directed at me. No,
She added too many letters afterwards. I'm here, bitch.
or she should have put like what? Yeah. It's a personal commitment you're making. You know, regardless of like what route you take, the religious or legal, what have you. Like you're just making a personal. Hey, I'm making a contract with you that I want to do this. You know,
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
It's somewhat of like a business contract. Like I'm gonna make a commitment with you. We're gonna do this, and if we don't do it, we're gonna get fucked on our fucking credit, fucked on our fucking on a $10,000 to $15,000 divorce.
Yeah.
So you got to think about those shits before, like.
right.
Yeah.
Like you buy a car, you're like, oh, I'm gonna sign up today, but I got all this long term shit that I deal with.
Like I said, I'm just, you know, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, you know, if
you ain't with the shit.
If you know, I'm with my woman, you know, forever, in my opinion, you know, but then, you know, you never know, shit, whatever, you know. But like if we were to get married, it's like, you know, you literally say like in sickness and in health, good times and bad. And so you got to mean that shit, dude. And it's not like, oh, you know, shit's going sideways, I'm going to bail out. You know what I mean? Like,
Why don't you tell that to my dad?
Hey,
Why don't you tell that to 3-year-old little Hugo and his father? Why don't you go tell him that?
I'm not going down south.
You're like, hell, I'm not going down there.
I don't have a time machine either.
who the fuck are you to tell me beat the shit out of you?
So then,
I'll be like, you can get him, James. Like that's telling you about. Encourage your friends to fight and then they end up getting beat up.
yeah,
and
right.
like, where were you,
Dude,
man?
he'll kill you. He'll kill you. So
My James can fight good.
my other best friend got married this past November, and she has explicitly said she's not taking his last name, and he's fine with it.
What's the reason?
Just she likes her last name.
I want to see this guy.
I was gonna say
just-
like that's something like Amanda wants to do. She wants to keep her last name,
Yeah.
but it's because you know her dad died when she was a little girl, like 4 years old. Her grandma that she was very attached to passed away 3 or 4 years ago. So like she's like that's all I have left of them. You know.
Oh, okay.
Keeping their
You know,
last name.
it just depends. But so she's like thinking about hyphenating her name.
That's
My
understandable.
mom's name is hyphenated.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why we have these conversations, you know, like, you know, that I understand that, you know, so.
See, so with your question, and there's reason behind. It's not just like maybe out of spite. I don't know if there may be females like that. Out of spite, just be like, I ain't taking your fucking last name.
Yeah.
But then why the fuck you getting married then?
Yeah,
Right?
and
if you're gonna do it out of spite, you know?
yeah, and I mean, you know, I'll remind everybody watching and you guys too, man. The reason that we do this shit is just because how many 5-year-olds what?
Can beat up Jay.
I
Where do they think of this
like
stuff from?
6?
How many does it take to jump you?
I'd say it's gonna take at least 10, dude. Nah, I'm gonna say 15,
And what did
dude.
I ask that one day? How many 12-year-olds?
That's what you say until there's like 5 of them on you. When you're hitting 1 or 2 and the other 2 are banging you in the back of the head.
I mean,
or biting your ankles.
I got practically three on average 10-year-olds at the house, and I would say it'd probably take about 10 of them. Yeah, they don't ever fuck that. I don't take the trash out. No, I actually took the trash out the other day.
With you, James. He's like, I did.
But yeah,
I didn't
man,
like it.
that's why we come here and talk, man. You know, I come in here with an open mind, you know, willing to look at any perspective and all
So,
of
yeah,
that
it's a
stuff.
matter
And
of
that's why we
perspective.
talk. Yeah, you got to be open minded at all times.
Because I will say it is fair that if you were like, oh, you want to get married, that could be one of your own conditions. You're like, but I want you to take my last name. It is totally valid for you to ask that. You know, she doesn't have to say yes, but it is valid for you to be like, yeah, but that's what I want.
Yeah. So in that situation, so if your wife doesn't take your last name, you have a child. How fucking difficult is that going to be to decide whose last name they get?
That's why you get Rafael Montoya de la Hoya de Velázquez de la Verga.
That's not a last name.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, that's not a last name, really?
Like my niece has my her dad's last name and not my sister's, and they're not married, but she has his last name for whatever reason. But yeah, that's how they ended up doing it.
Let's switch gears and let's talk about a popular topic on TikTok that I was alerted to from my kids. As to there's this debate going on: are there more doors in the world than there are wheels?
Yeah.
Okay.
So has anybody figured out the answer to that?
There
Or
is-
you're
Well,
asking?
Little
If
Wayne
you- if
says
you-
he's got 10 bathrooms so he could shit all day. So that's 10 doors in one house.
Exactly.
But
So-
if he's got 10 doors, how
At
many
minimum.
cars do you think he has?
That's the thing. I think realistically, there are more wheels.
I think there's more wheels.
Really?
Yeah, because
I think there's more doors.
Because you ever seen at FedEx where they have those unloading trays?
Let's all give our arguments.
all
We'll go
fucking
through.
wheels. You probably got 20,000 wheels on this whole little cart that stretches out. Little wheels. Then you got all the cars, the 18-wheelers, the bicycles, skateboards. There's wheels in wheels on manufacturing pieces of equipment. So
Yeah, but then you think about it. Let's just think small scale. You got
Put yourself up there.
you got James, your house. Let's just say.
Yes, sir.
You got 2 cars, right?
Yes, sir.
4 wheels. Your house. How
there's
many
more
doors
than
are
4
in your
wheels on a
house?
car. Just gonna say.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
flywheels and all that.
Yeah,
Gears.
but those cars have 4 doors. My car has 4 doors
5.
with the trunk
Would
included.
that
I thought
be,
you
would
were
that
talking
be
about that.
considered?
Like,
Oh, the
there's
traverse.
the hood, there's the trunk. Even when you open up the,
Would you
the
consider
hood,
that a
there's
door,
stuff
though?
in there
The
too.
trunk.
Door. What's the definition of a door?
So where I was coming from, I was like, okay, on average, like let's take on average like a car. Okay, on average, I would say 4. But there are cars that have, there's like the big old dualies and all that shit.
Oh, you talking about wheels?
Yeah, wheels.
Talking about straight rubber wheels.
Yeah, sorry.
But that was not the argument. It's wheels, right?
Yeah, wheels or doors. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so on average, like you have a house. Let's say the average like in-law car, there's a 3-bedroom house. You know what I mean? Is that like pretty reasonable? Like on average, 3-bedroom.
Let's say 2 bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, in the projects. Oh, so no, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around. So you got you got a front and a back.
There's
That's a
11
door.
doors in this structure.
Yeah.
I
So,
did.
so you
More.
got, so you got a front. You get a.
I counted them.
You got a front and a backyard door, front and a back door, and then you got bedrooms. So you got 4, let's say 5, on average 5 to 6, and then you got to account for the bathrooms as well.
And the closets.
On a car, on average, there's about 4 wheels on average. So right off the bat. And then people are gonna be like, like I pointed out with the dualies and shit. But then you also have mansions who have Lil Wayne like 10 bathrooms and all kinds of shit.
Hotel rooms.
Yeah, but then you have junkyards who have cars just sitting there. You have like you go down
But
to
there's wheels sitting there, too.
you go down to the Rodriguez, all 1, 2, and 3, all on 183 up and down that bitch.
What about the train depots with all the wheels?
the what? Oh,
train depots with all
Yeah,
the wheels.
yeah, exactly. You got a wheel in your car.
Yeah.
Or car dealerships. I mean, you just look at all the wheels there.
Hey, where there's a wheel, there's a way.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, dude. I just think it's doors, but. My kids we were at Loop and Lil's earlier. Shout out to the best pizza place in town. No joke.
No, they are good.
It was nominated by. We'll talk later how they get the nomination.
Yeah.
They have to pay for it or what?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just gonna go with.
It's good, though.
I'm gonna go with doors.
I'm gonna go with wheels.
Cheers.
What about? So if you got 4 doors, that means what? More whores.
4 doors more.
So how
hard.
many whores do you think there are compared to doors?
More than can fit in the doors.
There's a lot of us. Because even I was thinking like, all right, there's a little mini fridge that's out of frame. You can't see it, but it's over there. It has a door. So there's an extra
There's 2
door in
doors.
here. There's 2 doors?
There's a door on the freezer.
Okay, there's 2 in there. But how many wheels compromise the machinery that makes that work, So that's also fair to think about. Do
Yeah.
those wheels count? Or
Yeah.
is it just like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And
they're
my
saying
damn
conveyor
then also the
belts and
wheels
tools.
inside your,
motor,
yeah.
your spare tire.
That's why this question can never be answered. It's like
There's a
MJ versus
scientist.
it's like MJ versus LeBron.
There's a scientist out there doing the math right fucking now, and we're gonna figure this shit out.
right?
I mean,
It's not
there's
me,
no
though.
way to figure it out.
No, there's not. Where there's a wheel, there's a way.
I think there's a good way to like estimate it, but we'll never really know.
Yeah,
right?
but it's just you got to consider what's the definition of what you're going to count as a wheel.
Dude, everything's a door, bro. You say
No,
a door.
everything's a wheel.
What? Look up the definition of what a door is, and then that will tell you. Because people are trying to say there's doors on cars, but there's not doors that are cabinets. Cabinet's a
Right.
door, bro.
Cabinet is a door.
Exactly.
It's a yeah.
They're
A
trying to make
hinged, sliding, or revolving barrier.
boy shower doors, cause Shotgun doors.
Entrance in a building, room, a vehicle, or in a framework of a cupboard, which is a
cabinet door.
Hey, look how
cabinet
many
door.
times, is that how many times it's been looked up?
Yeah, in 0.062. Look, in 0.62 seconds. That's not even in a second. What is that number? Hold on. Get out of there.
I think those are just.
No. Like, what is that number right there? Like 5 billion.
That's how many results they pulled up.
5 billion. No. Like, but how do you say that number? 5,490,000,000.
So 5.5 billion results within half a second.
Yeah, within half a second. So this is definitely trending. So this will look for the hashtag on our
a circular object that revolves on an axle and is fixed below a vehicle, and no other object is enabled
to move easily axle over like that made the hugest difference.
On an
axle. Therefore, the wheels are not tires; they're wheels.
So bicycle wheels.
I think definitely it's wheel.
You guys
Based on that definition, it's wheel.
You guys ever have recurring dreams or nightmares?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it.
Why?
It involves somebody at this table.
Based on
James, that motherfucker.
why do you think it's you?
Because he was looking at you while he was saying it about me.
That's true. No, he's right.
That's why he was laughing, because we were talking about that. Remember, pass or smash, and he's like, smash Austin.
I have
pass James, but then go back to Austin.
I have this thing that so I dream periodically about like we're driving in Austin and we're going on like one of those like high ass bridges, and then like it just gets like real steep and I just like fly off of it. It's dude.
Crazy. Chris has that same dream.
Yeah. It's like all the time too, and it's gotten so bad to where like we like drive and if we drive long distances like in Austin or if
you
we
get anxiety from it.
Yes, dude. Yes. And it just started happening. Like it like transferred into real life, and I like started freaking out, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you experience it enough, it can create like a real life situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crystal had that same dream, and you know when you go to Sargent just to get to the island where the beach is.
Oh yeah, you gotta cross that.
Fucking. I don't know if I send you video. You seen the video, dude? Mm-hmm. It's so high, dude. And like she closed her eyes. Well, she had to use the restroom. She had to drive back across. I was proud of her. See, she probably closed her eyes the whole fucking time. Right. Surprised she didn't bounce off like the barricades on the side, but she made it, man. It was good.
That's fucking crazy.
But
dude.
the reoccurring dream that I've had is being in this 2-story house. I don't know whose house it is, but running up the stairs and getting beaten by coat hangers.
By coat hangers?
Metal coat hangers, yeah.
Pussy.
Damn.
I mean, it's not like 1 or 2. It's like they're ghost coat hangers, and they're just beating the shit out of me. Like, not undone, like closed. And
Do you ever wake up like, get off me?
I wake up sweating.
Dude.
And like freaked out because I don't know what the fuck it means.
Yeah.
You know, there's people out there that look up their dreams and like,
right.
There's people out there that benefit millions off of writing books, off of interpreting dreams. And I just wonder if there's any kind of like correlation to it.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's some psychological like correlation because, you know, I know that like if you're dreaming about certain aggressive items, it means that, you know, like you're stressed out or what have you. I don't think it's possible to define, because you dreamed about a hanger, it means this every single time.
Yeah, my coworker, remember I told you about that dream that I had when I was getting bit by rattlesnakes over and over? I told my coworker about it and he was like, dude, that means you gotta watch out who you trust, fool. It's
obviously
you're
right.
Like, that's why they say snakes.
A snake is a sign of betrayal, right? That's cheap, dude. You go tell that guy he's fucking cheap as fuck, bro.
Like, bitch, you listen to too much rap music, bro.
Damn, man.
Gotcha, bitch.
Another one that I have, because you guys know, like my teeth are like, you know, like my front two teeth are like they're fucking fake, you know. And so I have a dream periodically that like I just like crack my teeth or like I like completely shatter them, dude. And I have dreams sometimes that I'm there because I grind my teeth in my sleep sometimes, mostly when I'm awake. And I'm there.
That chainsaw.
And I'm there and like I feel like I'm in my sleep and I'm like this and like my teeth are just like fucked up and I'm trying to like wake myself up.
Yeah.
And or like I have a dream that like I'm like. I have a dream periodically that like I'm back in high school or like I'm back at like old jobs or I'm at like a certain point in my life. It's really fucking bizarre.
Like not dreams that I'm back in high school, but people from high school that are there and they're still young, but I'm still this.
You're like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Like, bitch, I don't talk to you no more for a reason or whatever, you know. But I'm my age and they're still the young.
They're the high school
person.
age.
Yeah. Maybe it's because like I have like fucking what do you call it?
Or you see them around here?
I don't see people that I don't talk to. James and Andrew?
I don't think I've
never
ever had a
dreamed about either one of
reoccurring
them.
dream.
Really?
I've had dreams. I do dream about it, like people that have passed, and I'll see them in my dreams. And
That's
I remember
cool.
one time mentioning that to one of my great aunts, and she was like, "Well, that means that they were trying to like talk to you."
Yeah, that's what my mom says about my granny and stuff. That
Yeah.
they're, like,
Yeah.
visiting you.
Dude, so another thing that happens to me is when I have a dream and it involves like my grandma's house that used to be I mean, it still is next to me. They just like remodeled the fuck out of it. So it's like it's not what it used to be. But every time I have a dream that takes place at my grandma's house, like it is like my grandma's house from when I remember it as a kid. It's so fucking
you go
bizarre,
back.
dude. Always,
So
all
you,
the time.
You dream a lot. And
Oh, dude,
remember
I
your dreams?
dream a lot, dude.
That's
like
cool.
almost every fucking almost
Really?
every fucking almost every night, dude.
I have one dream like every 6 months.
Dude, it's to the point to where like I would tell my girl and I was like, dude, I had this crazy ass dream. Like I'll tell you about this crazy dream I had the other night. But I'll wake up and it's got to the point where I'm like, all right, let's go to bed and see what happens tonight. Like it's gotten
you're
to
ready
that
for an
point, dude.
adventure?
I don't know if it's because I fucking smoked so much weed or what, dude. Yeah. That's how
It's
it
kind
is.
of cool though, man. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Me, I don't really dream that often, but whenever I dream, I'll wake up, I'll write my dream down just so I can remember it.
So
That's
the-
cool. Because you know,
Yeah.
like you go. Sometimes you'll wake up and be like, "That was a cool dream." Go back to sleep, and then you'll forget it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll write it down or like text it to myself.
Nice. That's smart.
I had a dream the other day that we had went on some sort of vacation, dude. Just
that
me
it?
and my girl and like there were some other people. Can't really remember now. It's been a while.
Was I there?
No, you weren't there, dude. I don't remember being sexually harassed. But
You'd remember.
so we were coming home and I look out and we're like flying really, really fucking low.
Oh, so you're on a plane?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
No, he said they were flying.
No, I had fucking wings, bro.
He's like, motherfucker, I was
Yeah.
flying.
Hey, you never know in a dream, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be kind of tight,
true.
though, right?
Hey, when it fell, Hugo would have been like,
I would have caught it with my teeth.
Yeah, and Bam Bam would have been in the back with his Fifi.
nah. So
No, he wouldn't have needed it.
So we're there, dude, and I'm like, we're flying really low, and they're like, oh, there was a storm, we had to fly below the clouds, right? And then like we're like in the middle of fucking nowhere, dude, and we just like land in like the middle of nowhere, dude. There's like old houses, and it's just like an empty field. And like I can picture it in
Yeah,
my head
Christ.
still. No, fuck. How dare you?
Fucking
dare you.
Rudy's? Yeah, Rudy's.
Hey, Rudy's best barbecue in Texas. And so,
yeah.
anyways,
Send it.
so I was like, where's the pilot at? And he's gone, right? And then I look out, and there's like this old ass lady like peeking out the house. And so I'm like, man, fuck y'all. I'm walking.
Courage the cowardly dog, bro.
It almost looked like,
sounds like
it
that.
almost looked like that. Well, like I was like, I'm gonna start walking towards the house, you know, like I knew where I was fucking going, and I told my girl to come on because she was with me. Well, she didn't, so I started walking, but like what I'm walking in is like sludge, dude. Like I can't move fast or anything.
hard time wading through
And
it.
then like I look back, dude, I'm in the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, bro. Like. Yeah, like the people started like coming out, and I was like, "Where's my girl?" And she's like, "Fuck you." She's in the fucking
I
plane.
feel like this was on a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode.
It probably was.
Dog,
Well,
it's because you weren't wearing the boots that I was wearing.
The waiters.
which, by the way, I was like, I want to see you put them on. Not that I thought they were like hard to put on, but I just want to see you put them on
I mean, it's not amazing, but okay. I could put them on tomorrow.
next week.
Yeah. I mean, Crystal both have some. We could both put them on.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's what you
They're
need when you
fucking useful
go.
as
What is
fuck.
that? Fly fishing?
Fuck no.
No.
Bitches fly fish. Nah, wade fish.
Dang, how do you really feel?
That's a pussy sport.
Yeah. Damn. What does that mean?
It's fucking stupid. I mean,
What is
Context.
fly fishing? Like, how does that
it's
work?
fishing, but you
It's
got
fishing. You have a hook with string on it with feathers, so it doesn't weigh anything.
Were you in that class?
Yes, I was in the class with you, bro.
We both took a fly
Yes.
fishing class
We
in
took
high school, bro.
Is that like where they're just like?
Yeah,
they just,
you
like,
make it.
immediately
You
reel
make it
back
skim
in?
over the water like an insect, and they come and bite it over the water.
like a rock.
Yeah,
Yeah. But you sight fish.
you gotta
with that.
finesse.
You
You gotta finesse it. Yeah, yeah.
You don't like do like we do. We throw bait out and wait for it. They like see the fish and then they're like, hey.
By the way,
cheating.
how did your nephews do over there at the Kidfish?
I didn't end up going.
Oh, you did?
They didn't catch nothing either.
No.
No.
Me and my girl were
was
talking about
loaded.
that. Yeah, we didn't go and we didn't take our kids, and you know, but I hear about it, and I know people, and I have friends that like they get hyped up for it every year. But like, dude, it just wasn't part of like my parents didn't take me to Kidfish, dude. Like I
didn't go to
have
Kidfish.
never been to Kidfish ever, dude.
Man,
but it sounds like fucking fun.
My son was disappointed
Really?
because it was supposed to be the weekend before, but it was cold, so they rescheduled it the next weekend. So the next weekend we were in San Antonio, so he was mad.
Y'all look like y'all had a blast over there, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, it was cool.
I seen you dancing.
Dancing?
Yeah.
No, that was for Tracy's quinceañera.
No. I seen you dancing.
Dancing? Where was I dancing?
There's a pole involved, bro. Somebody sent me a video and said, "Is this the guy on Dark Side?"
Oh,
Dark slide.
What does that mean?
That night, dark slide.
sliding up and down that pole.
Hey, but
Dark
no
slide on
lie.
the pole.
At night, we almost ended up at the strip club.
Did you follow?
What?
Hey, put you on the screen,
No,
bro.
with my I don't know, with my buddy. I don't know.
Oh, that's a sell, homeboy.
we were downtown, and then next thing you know, we almost ended up at a place called Diamonds.
ooh,
Damn,
Sounds
sounds
Diamonds in
good.
San Antonio. We almost
Sounds cheap as fuck.
hell yeah.
sounds good.
There was another one. He's
Sounds like that's the easiest place to find heroin, man.
We're talking to at a downtown club bar, the bouncers. We're like, hey, where do you go after this for like an after party? They're like, oh, well, there's this place Diamonds, you know, not too far from here. Or there's another place down south if you want to go. He's like, but that one? He's like, I don't know how crazy y'all want to get, but in all the rooms they sell rubbers. And I was like, I don't think we're trying to get that crazy.
All the
what
rooms
Amanda-
sell rubber.
What Amanda say? We ended up
They
at what?
sell
At the hood bars.
Hood bars.
Big bodies.
Big bodies.
Big bodies can't stop me.
man, I haven't been to a strip club in so long.
We
Really?
used to call it the zoo.
I
Hey,
love strip clubs.
Our good friend,
I think they're great.
You know, this guy, a pimp named Slipback.
Slickback?
He asked, Hugo, how can I grow a nice beard like that?
Just, you know, let me show you.
I think I know who that is now. That's Skylar.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn, you just name dropping people like
That right
crazy.
there.
Yeah.
Which one?
By saying dat, D-A-T.
Yeah.
That's Skylar.
Man, while y'all talking about beards, last night
It
It
is.
ain't a strip club if they ain't showing pussy. You know what
hey,
it
that's
is?
what Juicy said.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, what'd you
So
say?
Amanda said that when we were there. They're like, well, does that strip club show pussy? Because Andrew said it ain't a strip club unless they're popping pussy. I said, they ain't popping it. I don't want to go.
Oh, let's go to a strip club.
That's how you are, Andrew, with strip clubs?
Let's go. Let's go.
You don't like to
the-
go unless they're showing pussy?
Unless they're
No,
popping
let's
it.
go the.
Yeah,
like,
because, man, I
dirty
went,
before you
motherfucker.
become
I went
a
to a
dad.
gentleman's club,
Let's
like
go the
4
month
years
you
ago.
become a dad. The month
Austin.
before, as like your
And
official
it's
goodbye.
a topless bar or whatever. I'm like, man, them bitches, I got more titties than they got. Shit.
Wait, so you don't like just topless? They don't do it for you.
Nah.
You're a freak, boy.
I love boobs.
I want
They're
to see.
fucking great.
I want to see booty. I want to see everything.
Just like I mean,
If I'm gonna see it,
Oh.
I'm gonna see everything. The whole.
I mean, I've been. I don't know, man. I like if I'm like in Austin, I like Palacios, man. I haven't been in like fucking.
Wait, where's that one at? 71?
No, it's right there off of right off of 35 and
Yeah, it is.
71.
71.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Right
Yes,
next
it
to the
is.
men's warehouse, right?
That's the one I
Yes.
went to, I think. And no, maybe I went to the one on South Congress.
They got some nice women over there, dude.
I'm like,
Oh,
man,
what's the one on South Congress called?
I think it used to be called Caesars, right, or something like
That's
that.
the one that the girl from Teen Mom used to work at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Expose
What's her name?
Farrah.
Yeah.
Farrah Abraham.
Abrams.
Abrams, is it? Yeah. She used to work
She
there.
paid a doctor to fuck her.
You ever been to
Good
XTC?
for her.
You ever been to XTC?
Yeah.
She's trying to sell that
Okay.
porno.
Okay. So XTC Cabaret, they used to be one of our clients from radio, and the girl who would do the voiceover was like the most like innocent looking, very sweet, but she's super nice. She's a really nice girl, and so she would have to come in and record the voiceovers, and I was the one recording her, and she'd be like, "Okay, don't look at me." And I'm like, why? What difference does it make? She's like, no, because like I have to get into a headspace, and she XTC Cabaret, like just go off like donde las chicas. Like it was.
Whoa.
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
my bad. Yeah,
It dick jumped up.
Yeah.
My bad, bro.
James, get it under control.
Oh, James, stop. Yeah, it's
Don't make this shit get weird.
I haven't been to that one, and there's also the one Chicas Bonitas.
Oh, that's
They used to be off
that's
the
my
35.
brother-in-law spot right there.
So that one, the way that they would advertise it is
That's
because
ghetto as shit.
it sounds ghetto, but it sounds fantastic. The thing is with that, it's so I think the law in Texas is as long as you're wearing one item of clothing,
Like a string.
anything, shoes.
Oh,
So
Hey,
you
dude.
can get away with that. You
Hey,
can get away with that.
Once you start describing a strip club based on the law, bro.
So the way that what they do is what would they say, chicas bonitas, where the only thing they greet you with is a smile. No, the only thing they're wearing is a smile,
Just the buttholes and pussy.
but they're wearing shoes, so that's how they get away with it.
I'm a Vans on, but they look like
Yeah.
Dude, I have
I want to go to a strip club.
I have
Alright,
I have
next
a
payday.
story to tell, dude.
Oh, Lord.
So
Pink Monkey.
this last Saturday, man,
No,
We got shot at.
Box said Pink Monkey. I didn't know
girl-
Box was allowed to go to Pink Monkey.
my girl was like, "Hey, let's go eat in Austin," and we only had the boys, and so we had two boys, and there was of course two, us, and she was like, "Let's go eat in Austin, dude." We ended up going to Ojos Locos right there off of 290.
It's
Yeah.
not a strip club.
Dude, it was
What would you like to eat?
it was Saturday at I would say like 4:00, dude. It was fucking. It was
great.
It was Wepe hour, bro.
A what?
It was Wepe hour.
What's that?
You know, like it was like full of Mexicans.
Oh, he said Wepe?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Fat bodies
Hey, that's big bodies.
Big bodies
Strip
can't
clubs
stop
in
me.
Austin.
to strip clubs.
Now it's called what's it called now, Austin?
I can't go.
Dude, we fucking walk into this fucking restaurant. Well, first of all, let me rewind.
He said, what'd you call him?
Come on, man.
Webase? I never heard
They're gonna
that.
make
never
a
heard
compilation of me.
I never heard
Wait,
that.
before you go into that story, somebody commented, I'll tell my strip, I can't see the side of it.
Tell my strip club,
Club
women,
women.
to take their shoes off so I can suck their
their
toes.
toes.
That's slick back.
Slick
He's
back.
got a foot fetish.
He's a footman. Good for
Man
him.
knows
What
what
is
he
Tommy
wants.
saying? Get James fucked up. He'll what?
And he'll go to Stonewall to get live. What does that
This
It's the gay
motherfucker.
club in San Marcos.
mean? Oh, really?
Is that what it's called?
So,
Oh, wow.
bro. So,
Damn.
anyways, the best comment.
Hey, so
So, go to Stonewall again.
So we're fucking
Damn
looking.
it.
I'm driving through the parking lot of Ojos Locos, and dude, there's this fucking like I look over because I'm looking for parking spots, dude. There's this dude, man, and he's fucking pissing in the parking lot,
Fuck
but
yeah.
he's facing like traffic.
He's proud of that
You don't
motherfucker.
give a
I
fuck.
see his dick and everything, dude. That should have been like
Wait, you whispered it?
Well, was it anything he
What it
should have been
look like?
proud of?
that should have what.
I'm saying, was it
cut
anything he was
it?
proud of, or
It was medium. I'm not gonna fucking.
uncut?
I'm
Oh,
not gonna
it's
say it was
brown?
little.
And you were like, nice dick, bro.
Uncut. Fucking just
for him.
shooting towards me, dude. And he's like,
Yeah.
he's like this. He's all like.
You faded.
Oh, he
Real
didn't give a
quick,
damn.
that is illegal, but continue.
Yeah, it is illegal. So then,
close your eyes while you're peeing?
I told my girl, I was like, dude, there's a guy pissing there. Like, I'm glad my kids didn't see it. Like, I look at them, see what they're doing. They're fucking, looking straight ahead, like the good little boys that they are. And so we go and we find a spot, go in, dude.
that place
and-
is always packed too.
yeah, and it's just like fucking party to the fucking max, dude. It fucking smells like Buda in that bitch.
Like
so we
Buda?
fucking walk in.
What the fuck is beauty smell like?
Hey, listen to my goddamn story, dude. So we fucking.
I want to picture this and smell
So
it.
we fucking walk in, dude. I mean, there's beautiful women there, but dude, fucking walking through, I have two young boys, me, and then my woman, dude. They're just like hyenas, dude.
Fresh meat.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
a good
dude,
one, dude.
just
That's a
staring
good
at my fucking woman, dude. And I'm like, what the
You
fuck?
want a
Where
job,
did you
baby?
fucking bring me?
That's
The
when you're like,
food,
shit, I should just went to Hooters.
the food was, the drinks were, man. And
Cheetah
fucking,
Tower?
dude, there was this drunk son of a bitch sitting behind me, dude. He fucking like I'm there, dude, and I'm just like, oh shit. Like he literally hit me in the back. And I was like, what the fuck? And I look behind me and this dude's just laying on the floor. And his friend's just like, he's just like he's just like acting like it's normal. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And I was like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, that's.
You should have asked. You should have texted me like, "Is this a good place to take my
So
family?"
we
I'm
like
negative.
We like strategized. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk first. Nathan, you behind me. Jackie, you right there. And then we're gonna put another kid behind. And they're just like. Like fucking hyenas, bro. Fucking pack of wolves, dude. Won't ever go there
Should
again.
have been like $60. You could take a picture with me.
Though I will say, Ojo Locos is fun to go to for like soccer games.
Yeah,
I've been to a soccer game.
Don't
like watch
go
party
on
there.
like a Saturday or a Sunday.
Well, also, it's why did you think that they were gonna have good food? Like not to be judgmental
like going
or
to
anything,
Hooters,
but
bro.
yeah, like the wings at Hooters are horrendous. They're horrible. But our waitress Amber was really nice.
Hey, Hugo's like, "You're working." What'd you say?
Yeah.
What do you always tell me when I send him like pictures of girls or videos of girl on TikTok and be like, "Oh, I might chance it on this one."
Yeah, right. And she might make me act up.
He's like, "I'm willing to risk it."
I didn't know you
Risk it
texted him
all,
on a
yeah.
regular. I didn't know you texted him on a regular.
We share TikToks.
Maybe.
I would send them to you too, but you never responded, so I stopped sending them to you.
Did you send me so many, dude?
I did. I do.
I have this thing
scared.
for people that just send me so many shit.
I can't.
Can
I'm sorry.
can
I send so many TikToks.
COVID's
I do.
over, bro. Please.
What'd you say?
COVID's
No,
over.
what'd you say
bro.
before that?
Can I hit your vape pen?
You say, "Look at make it." Just
All
hold
right,
it.
guys, we're gonna get
hold
into it.
Oh.
The reason that Hugo is here.
I want to talk
Guys.
about this too. I don't know what you're going to talk about, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to talk about.
So we have a NCAA athlete,
Oh no, that was
transgender athlete, won the gold in a women's event, and this is a born man
Yeah.
transitioned into a
female.
woman.
But it was a swimmer first.
Male to female.
Yeah, blew these women out the water.
Is that so?
No pun intended.
No. You know that Leah Thomas is her name.
Yeah,
Blew these women out the water.
yeah.
'Cause
I watched the race.
What it was in the race she won by 1.75 seconds compared
a
to
lot
the
in
next person.
swimming?
In swimming, that is a lot.
Yeah,
I will admit that is a
they
fair
normally
amount of
win
time.
by tenths, 3/10,
Hundredths of a second. Yeah. You know, like some records held by Michael Phelps, which are still held, people have reached like
Seconds.
barely, hundredths of a second to getting it. So in that race she won. The other two races she did.
You gotta do it in the voice, James.
Huh?
You gotta do Box's comment in the voice.
Oh,
That's a man, baby.
That's a man, baby.
I'll save it.
What the fuck?
Damn, Robert, pack of wets.
Damn. Hey, you're showing you're fucking Republican right now.
Silas.
The other two
Hey,
races.
hold on, Hugo. Sorry to interrupt you. I caught Robert on Facebook, man, he was bitching because he put in a fucking tank of regular. I was like, you cheap ass.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Then he's like, "Well, if I
that
put anything
premium.
extra, it's not doing nothing."
Yeah.
Put that premium.
Yeah.
That's what I put in both my cars. Give me the shit car.
And that's what happens when you move to high ass Houston. He
moved to Houston?
Yeah, he lives in Katy or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's not Houston. That's
Yeah,
good.
that is Katie.
Well, whatever.
No,
Houston area.
no. Shout out to Robert, man. When I was in Houston for the Killswitch Engage concert, which, by the way, I'm going to drop a fucking vlog tomorrow. It's going to be the best vlog on YouTube. So go watch it. But no, he offered me a place to stay, man. He was like, come
that's
stay at
nice.
my house. I think he was joking, but fuck it. Shout out to him.
That's nice. Yeah.
I think he was thinking, fuck it, try it out.
I think he was trying to get a reach around from you.
Be like, oh no,
Yeah.
James, there's only room in my bed. Sorry.
Company car. Oh, yeah, I feel that.
My bad.
But
It's like my wife can sleep
continue.
on the couch.
So yeah, Leah Thomas is national champion in one of her races. In the other two races she did, she came in 5th and she came in 8th. So theoretically speaking,
And those are against women, or
against all cisgendered women.
What'd you say?
What does that
all
mean?
Cisgendered meaning they are the assigned sex they were given at birth. Biologically, they are the same sex. Like we are all cisgendered males, as far as I know. We are all cisgendered male. because we are the.
I thought you were saying I'm a cisgender male.
Yeah, I'm cis.
For real.
Yeah. So Leah did 2 other races and did not win. Theoretically, by what most people are saying, if the biological physical advantage did exist, she not only would have been champion in all of those races, she would have like absolutely obliterated everybody else.
Good argument.
But she didn't, you know?
But that was all against
Why not?
Natural born males, right?
No, females. She's a she was born
She's
male.
a fucking giant. I'm just gonna say.
Transitioned to
Yeah, but I mean, let's dissect this monster.
Well, that's what I
Not
was
being
trying to say,
her,
the way you said
but
it.
this
This
topic. Let's dissect this from the ground
Sure,
up.
yeah.
I mean, how did she do against males?
Wasn't horrible. There's a statistic saying that she was like ranked 500 or something like that, which might have been the case. I don't know. But also in the period where she was transitioning, she wasn't racing, you know? So that's also fair to remember. When she was transitioning to meet certain NCAA standards, you have to have a certain like hormonal like testosterone level, and she met those.
Yeah.
You know?
So did they
But
test that?
Yeah.
they do.
every
Yeah, they do.
person?
Yeah, it says that now with
they
everybody.
They test even for
at-
males, like for testosterone,
at
like,
elite levels,
or
they
what is
do.
it, anabolic steroids or whatever.
There was
Metabolic.
Put yourself on the screen, Drew. Don't hide.
I think it's anabolic and metabolic.
Too busy looking at y'all.
a couple years ago there was
yeah.
a couple years ago there was
Where the fuck you
a there was a female like born female athlete. She's a one of the race. I don't remember what track race she ran, and her testosterone levels were just naturally higher. She was born female, had female genitalia, had female, you know, chromosomes, like the traditional female chromosomes. And
juicing.
she was not allowed to compete because she didn't meet those standards, you know? But she's like, I'm not doing anything different. Like, that's just my body composition. Like, what do you want me to do?
So then that's not fair then, huh?
So it brings up a good question. Is the problem that she's trans, or is the problem that it's a physical disadvantage? Because if it's a physical disadvantage, then that opens up a lot more conversation, because Michael Phelps has a much larger wingspan than most other swimmers. He has really long feet, and he's what, like 6'5"? He's humongous.
Yeah.
So compare that to Ryan Lochte, who I believe is 6'1", 6'2". He's shorter and doesn't have the same attributes as Michael Phelps.
I heard he got web implants on his feet.
So realistically, Michael Phelps should be winning every single competition he's ever in, but he doesn't. You know?
Real quick, Hugo. Don't mean pause you. Let's give a shout out real quick to John Kalunga in the chat.
What's up, Mr.
What's up, Big John Kalunga?
What's up,
My
John?
guy has had a long road battling COVID, and is back home
He's out
and
here
is enjoying
swinging
life
and
again, man.
Good.
Swinging and banging for
Yeah,
cheese.
Good for you.
He is an alumni of the Dark Side of the Mic guest, and I'm looking forward to the day that we can get him back here again. So, you know, John, we wish you a speedy recovery, and you know, we got all the love for you, man. And shout out to you in our comments.
Hell yeah.
That was nice. I like that.
Ugo, man, dude, I don't know, man. This just, you know, just seeing this transgender, you know, like entering into the women's sports and dominating, it just rubs me the wrong way, man.
Are they
And-
dominating though? That's the question.
Well, you said it yourself. You said, you know, dominating by a second or
in
more.
one of those races, you know, but
Was that
Katie,
the championship race?
Yes, and she's champion.
Okay.
However, Katie Ledecky, who still has the record in that same race, cisgendered woman, is also like 6'2". She's humongous. She's taller than Leah. She is physically different than Leah,
Can I ask a question?
and she still has the record.
Do you think that that male performing against the same size male would be an equal?
That is the exact question that I bring up. I'm like, okay, so are we
You
going
know
to
what I
start
mean?
doing?
'Cause
Are
they're
we going to
talking
start doing
about
weight
testosterone.
classes?
Like they're talking about testosterone. Does that give you an advantage or a disadvantage? I mean, if you have the same person, it's a male or same size, weight, muscle mass as a male and a female, and they compete with one another, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? with the testosterone, or does it matter that
Because
this motherfucker's trained differently than this person, and this person's just more powerful because of whatever?
Well, I mean, when you do shitty against the males, and then you're like, to me, it's like, oh fuck, dude, like I'm doing shitty against people that are like me. I'm gonna go pick on the girls. That's what it seems like it is to me.
To think that, and I know that's not what you're trying to say. Believe me, I know you. I know who you are. I know that's not what you're trying to say.
I know who you are. I know who your brother is.
I know where you fucking live.
I know where you fucking live.
I can find out your social real quick. No. But to say that is super, super transphobic.
How?
Because you are discriminating against somebody and making an assumption that they are only competing because they think they can beat the cisgender that they're going against.
And they did.
Which they did, but not in every race. In theory, if that was the case,
they won the championship.
She would have. She won the championship. Correct. That there's no denying that. But even I don't remember. I need to find the post. But a former swimmer, was looking at her times, and they're like, they are extremely inconsistent. You know, as a properly trained swimmer, in theory, she should have been murdering everybody. She should have been winning every single race she was going against.
Well, what if she was just flying under the radar just to fucking, and then NCAA, bam!
Who's to say that's not the same kind of, like, that's not the same idea for anybody? You know, because Michael Phelps could have been like, yeah, I'm better than all of these people combined.
Yeah, but
I'm going to show up at the Olympics and really prove everybody wrong.
I mean, you heard like a hustler at the bar, like, hey, I really don't know how to play, like playing pool and stuff, you know? And then they get up there when money's online. They're just like,
they're faking it, right? Yeah.
You know, for sure.
To assume that about a transgender person kind of just proves that you're not taking the point of view of a transgender person, you know? Leah competes because she likes to swim, not because she wants to kick everybody's ass. Because if that was the case, Leah would have transitioned way early on to been champion every single year. Leah is a 5th-year senior in this competition.
So she's stupid.
She's not going to compete anywhere after this. But she loves swimming. So she came to her truth that she is transgender.
So this is her final,
hurrah.
She ain't going nowhere. Like, she's not going to go to the Olympics after this. She's not going to have a career as a professional swimmer. That's not a thing, you know.
Well, I tell you what she has done is made headlines.
She sure did.
And then from that, you can go on and you can write a book. You can have a podcast.
But who's not to say that is an opportunity for everyone? That could absolutely be an option for any single other person.
But what about these girls who compete against her, who have been working their ass off, and then, you know, she just comes in and dominates?
What do you do when you lose a competition and you realize, oh, this other person won against me? What should I do? Get better. Then you get stronger.
But what do you do when you realize that, like, no matter how much that you practice and all that, like,
is that the science behind it though?
Is it?
That's what I'm asking, because
it seems frankly, like that.
It seems is a really big distinction between it is. There isn't really much research to back that up. There might be some that say our muscle compositions are different, you know? Like I know one big difference between like our skeletal system is that our pelvic bone, cisgendered male pelvic bones differ between, you know, cisgender female pelvic bones because their bodies are designed to give birth, you know? Ours are not. So our pelvic bones don't look like that.
So they have an advantage over us.
They have that difference, but I don't know if it's an advantage.
Ugo, looking at these women standing next to this transgender woman on that stage makes me just look at it and say, what the fuck? There is such a physical disadvantage.
So why wasn't that the case when Katie Ledecky was swimming? Katie Ledecky is the national record, or is the world record holder in that competition. She is humongous.
Well, because for the same, and that's a biological female?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for the same reason that, I mean, Brittany Griner from, you know, she played college at Baylor. She is actually now being held in Russia, you know, on some THC vape cartridge charges, you know, free Brittany Griner. But also, you know, with other freaks, genetic freaks like LeBron James, Anthony Davis, people who are just blessed with, freak genetics, who are able to exceed at their respected sport. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like it's not the same thing because, this transgender female takes a jump, into not a different weight class or a different, anything. It's a different gender, and it just rubs me the wrong way because I feel like she's literally taking advantage of these females, and I honestly feel bad for the person that scored second because she should have honestly won a championship. You can't have your cake and eat it too. In my opinion, you can't say you support transgender people and the efforts to have equality and still give up. But I don't think you should compete against biologically born women. You can't have not to say that you are, but I'm just saying, that's been the argument with a lot of people. Like, I don't mind that she's trans. I don't mind that, she's living her truth. Good for her. So
but
do
I
you
have
think,
a problem.
do you think she, as being a transgender woman, should compete against biologically born women?
If she meets the standards held by this competition.
Yeah, but we're early on in this shit, dude.
Absolutely. But the NCAA currently has a list of protocols and rules that any athlete has to meet. That's why they do doping tests. That's why they do, illegal substance tests.
Yeah.
If they're able to do it, then why not? I'll give you another counter example. At the most recent Olympics, there was a figure skater who was found to test positive for a medicine, a heart medicine that increased blood flow to the muscles. She was still allowed to compete, even though technically she had a huge advantage over the other athletes. But she was still allowed to compete. Technically, she should not have been allowed to.
God damn, boy. He thick.
Yeah. It's not a black or white answer right now. Unfortunately, it's not. It deserves a lot of communication, and quite honestly, I've been going back and forth with a lot of people.
Oh, I know.
On my
It's
personal
in the
page,
eye of a ball holder.
and it's
But
it's
I
fair
also
to
see
ask
I
these
also
things.
see Hugo, like, you call a lot of people transphobic because they don't understand where you're coming from.
Sure.
And I don't necessarily think that that's right. I think that they are uneducated. I don't think that they.
I did admit to that.
You're really.
I did. On one of the most recent posts, I was like, I'll accept that because of your lack of knowledge doesn't inherently make you transphobic, but
That's mine.
Son of a bitch.
But sharing something that degrades another person,
You got it,
specifically
I'm
a
sorry.
trans person, that is transphobic, because in that back and forth that I was having with somebody, they kept referring to Leah as he and calling her not a man. I don't care about your biology. You are identifying as such. If you wanted to identify as a fucking tree, I don't care.
I want to identify
That
as
is-
a fish.
You can identify as a fish all you want, and you are still my friend.
A catfish.
I still think you're hot.
Oh shit.
Daddy.
All right. Well, that was episode 169.
It's a tough one. I will admit, because there isn't a lot of research on this.
Why isn't there a trans league?
Because gendering sports and segregation of sports is just an archaic thing to begin with. Because the whole reason.
Do you agree that there should be a trans league?
I don't think there should be gendered sports, period.
What do you mean by that?
Because athletes are athletes, regardless of what their composition is.
So elaborate.
So
I
we're
don't
gonna-
think. Hold on. I don't think there should be a gendered league.
No,
Elaborate.
because there shouldn't be. Who's the best female? Who's the best male? It's who is the best at this competition.
It's scientifically proven that men, women.
Show me the science.
Dude, it's there.
Show it to me.
It's there.
Bring up multiple articles to combat that.
I kind of looked up this as just like the record.
Sure, yeah.
holders or
Dude,
whatever.
Dude,
So
man.
it says in the Olympics, men are 11.7% faster than women. in swimming. Just, and I'm talking about the fastest man. I'm not talking about, you know, anybody. So I'm sure if she were to go against these people, she probably wouldn't fare up.
Now, hold up.
This,
right where is this coming from? Where is this information coming from?
This is from all the names. Like you said, Katie Ledecky, right here. 8'11". It's just the history's top.
Is that Lil Dicky's sister?
So they went over everybody's best times in the world, the history. And they put them together just to kind of make it faster.
It's for swimming.
See, in like 2008, the men were 6.8% faster. 2012, 6.9%.
But and that's a generalization. I'm not saying that that's incorrect. What I'm saying is that in these individual competitions, they take it by the individual competition. Yes. I mean, look at the Super Bowl. You could say, oh, this team was doing the best the whole year. Mm-hmm. And what do they do at the Super Bowl? They fucking choke.
Yeah.
So
reminds me of my Cowboys.
So they're going to take it this year, though.
I hope
this is their year, dude.
Absolutely not.
I don't know what they're doing right now.
We are those boys.
We're letting go of everybody.
You know who we are?
Them
boys.
They were them boys.
I don't have no more fingernails. I've been chewing shit.
Like tequila,
it's because he spilled it already. So bad. But look, I get it's a sensitive issue. I get it's not black or white, because a lot of people were telling me like, well, you're not a parent. You don't know what that's going to be like to explain to your kid that they need to suck it up and lose against a transgender person who is physically bigger than them, this and that. No. Of course I don't understand that. What I do understand is the discrimination against this community. That I understand personally. You know? Yeah. So it's hard. In this case, Leah Thomas met every single one of the requirements to be able to compete against those other
in
women.
NCAA.
In the NCAA competition, she met
were the requirements?
Every single one. There's a certain level of testosterone percentage that you have to have that she met.
Yeah, she could take testosterone suppressants.
Mind you, she has been transitioning now for a few years. I talked to one of my transgender friends to make sure that I'm like, wait, am I just speaking out of my ass, or am I actually making some sense? She's like, dude, I can barely open a jar of pickles now that I'm taking my estrogen, let alone be able to compete in a competition. Leah has had to work her ass off to be able to still be taking her hormones, her transitioning, medicine.
But I mean, that's not the sole factor in when you're swimming against other, like, dude, she is big as fuck, tall as fuck, has broad ass shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
I think what I was saying is that lady Ledecky, she was just as big, right?
She's bigger.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like how I told you, and you were like, well, where's the science, as far as and it's, dude, it's just no, dude, like men are like scientifically.
She's jacked, bro.
Like,
yeah, she's got some big old
look
arms.
at her. Look at Katie Ledecky.
She's fucking jacked, bro. She got bigger arms.
She is.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, if you pull up her fucking times and all that shit to Michael Phelps and all that shit, I guarantee you, Michael Phelps blowing her out the water, like, just based on genetics.
That is a great example, because again, Michael Phelps was somebody who was an anomaly. He has a larger wingspan than most people.
Exactly.
He has longer limbs than most people.
Exactly.
So should he be in a different category because he has a physical advantage?
No, because there was. We're talking, of course, about the trans.
So is your problem with a physical advantage, or is your problem with a trans person? That's what I'm saying. No, not you specifically.
I know, but you know me. You know me, and you know I don't have a problem with transgender.
I know you don't,
and you know I don't have a problem with nobody.
That's what I'm saying. It's not you specifically. It's the people who are bringing this up. Is it a problem?
Why are you able to say it's me specifically? Why aren't you able to say that for anyone else? Obviously, because you don't know them personally.
Because I know you personally.
I know.
That's why I can say that about you.
But
because
why
I know
can't they have the same
that.
they might have the same perspective that I do. They might just be lacking the knowledge that you say. You know what I mean?
I fully accept that there is a level of ignorance that I have with collegiate sports, with professional sports. I've never been a professional athlete. I've never been a competitive athlete at that level. However, I have competed in sports, and I've been around, people who are bigger than me, better than me, what have you. but because we are of the same biological sex, we were able to compete against each other. You know?
Yeah.
So I do recognize that.
Well,
why is it now that the problem comes in that there's a big physical advantage compared to Leah Thomas and the other swimmers because she has different muscle mass, she has this and that. So has physical advantages never been a problem, or is it now a problem because it's a trans person?
No, I mean, like you can't ignore the fact that like LeBron James, one of the biggest men in NBA basketball, you know, there is a physical advantage and just inferior genetic advantage as Diana Taurasi, one of the biggest names in WNBA. Lisa Leslie, one of the biggest names in WNBA history. You know what I mean? Yes. And LeBron James still, like, you know what I mean? Like the peak of women's basketball is almost no match for the peak of men's basketball. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, like, that's an assumption. You know, there might be statistics to prove that, you know.
Yes.
But the thing is, they never competed against each other. They never were at a position where they had to compete against each other.
No point.
But the thing is, that's not true, because whenever you're competing in a sport, in any competition,
lift it up,
and you lose to somebody, what do you do so you can win the next competition? You get better. You train harder.
For sure.
Yes, I recognize our body compositions are different. I'm not denying that by any means. I recognize that. But once you start transitioning, your body goes through a fucking reset.
Yeah, but
it's not the same. Just because I'm this tall, if I started transitioning tomorrow, by the end of the week, both of you could probably murder me easily. You know, it's not the same.
In what way?
In whatever way you want.
Hey man, all I'm saying is that, like, dude, like, you know, like you said, once you start transitioning, like can we transition? I want to say, like, dude, you're not ever gonna be a biological, like, if you're a man and you try to,
so is that your argument?
like people that are born a man or whatever, boy, whatever, and then they're like, oh, I felt like a woman. How do you know what a woman feels like?
That's a perspective that we would never be able to speak on because it doesn't apply to us. You know, and that's something that I had to learn for myself, because I had my own opinion about transgender people, and it was in a point where I was really, you know, struggling with faith and personality and myself and trying to understand everything about my community. But what I did learn to accept was that I will never understand that struggle because it's not my struggle. You know, I don't know what that feels like. The same way I will say, the women who are upset at this, I don't know what that feels like because I'm not a woman. I'm not the one having to compete against transgender people.
Opinion on it.
You know?
Hey, do you know?
It's fair.
Do you have like transgender, like a transgender friend that would be welcome to come on the show? I feel like this will be like, you know, one way that we can. I can already see you sweating, motherfucker.
Another 2-hour episode of you arguing with the transgender.
Really
person.
funny. Kind of completely off topic. I was at a bar one time, and it was like during peak COVID times where they were just opening up the bars.
Oh, I thought you were at home fucking quarantine, motherfucker.
I wore a mask.
It was when things started opening. Thank you very much. I don't. A what? Never use one of those.
You sick son of a bitch.
You wrap it before
I can't get pregnant. Though I've tried. We were at a table and some friends were showing up, and there was this one person who showed up that to me I believed to be trans. That I asked my friend, "Is she trans?" And he's like, "No, but she's a witch." That's not the same, but okay.
A witch, like a real witch,
like a bruja.
I thought you were just saying like
hell no.
I don't believe in that shit, but I don't play with it.
Anything demonic related, I'm like, nope. I'm not allowing that. I'm not allowing that into my home. I'm not doing none of that. Y'all can do it all you want.
Bitch, don't even breathe my direction.
That's Paul. One time I said some like demonic shit, and he was like, "Hey man, don't be saying that shit in my house." And I was like, "Hey, all right, I'm cool."
Hey, so since we're on the subject of trans and gay and everything like that, what's your opinion on the Florida deal?
On what? I'm sorry.
On the Florida situation where they're trying to pass.
Don't say gay.
I think that is the stupidest shit. What is the? I don't know all the information. Can you look that up, Andrew? What all the information is behind that?
Pretty much, it's that they're trying to.
They think if you say gay, it makes people gay.
Keep any kind of like LGBT issue topic out of schools because it's not relevant, because it's not, they don't want it to have influence on people. But I mean,
did you know that?
I don't understand how it would have influence on people.
That shit's loud as fuck, dude. Y'all.
I know y'all gave me shit about it last time. Like when I was here listening. No, it was the weekend before, and I was listening to whoever talking. I was like, hey, but do you know that like my kids in like junior high and high school, they're going through like, dude, like that's like all it is, dude. Like everybody is like so infatuated with like identity politics and shit. Like my stepdaughter, she was all like, yeah, this girl, she gets mad because hey, if you want to hold my hand, dude, just go on ahead.
You do have nice hands. Yeah.
She was all like,
he's an ally.
hey man, regardless of whatever, hey, it could have been worse. I have no problem with gay people. I have no problem with trans people. I was actually, brought up to in the Christian church, and I felt like gay people were going to hell. And
but the thing is, like, even right now, when you asked this question, you approached it in a way that wasn't like combative. You were looking for my point of view. You weren't like, no, screw you, you're wrong. Yeah. You were like, I want to hear your take on it. You have your opinion. Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you what your opinion is. Yeah. You can disagree with me all you want. But yeah.
Yeah, I come into this podcast as an open sponge. What are you looking at here, Andrew?
I'm just trying to read like their
read it for us.
I'm wondering what they're trying to make
like
it
sixth grade
to go as.
Sixth grade. Yeah. Advocates. No, I'm playing.
Yeah. This guy.
Pretty much what it's saying is they're trying to keep it out of the curriculum for K3 through
third.
Yeah.
Kinder through third grade.
Oh, K through 3.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like, when would that come up?
I didn't even recognize gay.
No, but even like calling kids that, like they're just
right.
Hey, that's gay. That's how we grew up.
You know what my kids say? They say, because I just joke around with them.
They're saying it's
I'll be like, "Boy, bro, that's gay." They'll be like, "Bro, you're being sus." Off of the Among Us, like, bro, that's kind of sus, bro. But I like joke around with them and shit,
Sus.
We also play a game in my house, like,
hide the pickle.
No, it's like most likely to, be a comedian. Most likely to be gay. Most likely to be trans.
It's like
I don't. What they're saying is they can get legal action. Like, say, how there's like young kids that feel like they're want to be later on maybe trans or anything. They're saying that it's to protect them. So if anything happens to them when they're small, that it's supposed to be they can take legal action against whoever harms them.
It's bizarre because why do they think that would harm somebody? Like, I'm
reading it, Andrew.
Most like man, I don't know, man. Like
so like if a child says that they're gay and somebody's like, "Oh, you're gay." They
making fun of them,
They can take legal action
against them. That's what they're saying.
I feel that, but don't
I think
advertise
people are taking it
as
both
like,
ways.
like it's like hateful. Like, we're not gonna say gay.
Remember when that's all we used to say?
That shit.
Like back in the day, hey, that's fucking gay.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even gay.
And we didn't even know what gay was then,
because people associated like, oh, that's gay with like something bad.
Hey, how many people you think like saw like got the notification and it was like we're live with Hugo and they're like, that's gay.
Right? Yeah, no,
absolutely.
I don't want to see that. Can I say faggot?
That's what I was gonna say.
Can I say it? Can I say faggot?
I was gonna be like, you know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say, fuck those faggots.
Right. Yeah, they're looking at him and be like,
it's cool, man. Like if you know me, you know where I stand, dude. Like we
sit down.
But I thought of Hugo like kind of like if we're ever caught like saying shit about like black people, it was like, it's cool, man. We have a gay friend. Like Hugo's like our scapegoat.
Even though I've watched his like Twitch streams, I'm like, hey, You can't say that.
You're like, hey, chill the fuck. You just comment. You're like, chill out, bro.
Nah, he's checked me before.
All I say is James and all caps. I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
you can't say that.
You're over there yelling at him in caps.
Like I've talked to my girl about this, and I was like, dude, that's like my go-to word, and it's just like, and it's because it flows off the tongue like so smoothly.
What's
like,
that word?
You fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta go subscribe to.
Maybe that's my word.
You gotta
then,
subscribe
bitch.
to King James on Facebook to
Yeah,
watch.
maybe you should watch one of the
It's the
next
F word.
Twitch streams and see if he drops it. Find out soon.
And then
Is that
watch Hugo
before or
get on
after
his
you start?
ass.
Hey, what's up, old boy?
Yes,
Yeah.
we don't say the R or the N
Are you not
word.
entertained?
And now it's gonna be the F word. And
Are
it's
you not
fun.
entertained? Joe Gonzalez, them Twitch streams though.
Somebody asked, can
James
men
plays
be?
gay chicken.
Somebody asked, can men be witches? And yes, we can. Yes, we are.
Oh, here we go. Robert Cadillo.
Here we go. Hey, he's been thinking about this
Andrew,
one.
put your face up on there and read it.
All right. So Robert says that's harmful to kids to allow them to make the change. Kids will say that they are a monster, dinosaur, or a robot. Kids can't comprehend as such as young age. If a parent is encouraged a kid to transition, that's harmful. How many young kids transition at a young age and regret it? Man, I'm dyslexic as hell. When they get older, they are statistics that show they are more depressed and suicidal.
Yeah, they're depressed and suicidal because there are people telling them that they're wrong. Like, of course they are. You know what I mean? I grew up
Paul
thinking
says you gotta touch his lips.
Ooh. What do you think about like parents that you know, do like hormone therapy on like teenage kids or like under, you know, like
I mean,
kind of like encourage the gender, like what do you call it, transition?
the transition.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing to remember is that ultimately a lot of these things are reversible. You know, unless you have a surgical sex change where they remove or add biological, not
They can
biological.
add a penis.
Yeah, it's for show. It
Yeah,
doesn't do anything.
But what about
it's for show?
But what about the mental?
It's for
Mental
show, but
shit
it
that
don't do nothing.
Dude,
It's not really
again,
that for show.
Again, the mental part of it is extremely important, but tell me how that's any different from beating the shit out of your kid or telling them that they're, you know, not good enough because of X, Y, and Z, or telling them that they're, oh no, my baby's perfect because, you know, they're my baby.
Hey man, you
and I
been
don't
talking to my
care.
kids or what?
Yeah. No, yeah. I could be one of your kids. Yeah, it's all relative to a situation, and that's what people need to remember. There is no blanket statement for all of this. It is relative to a person.
I don't know, man. Closing
sexual
arguments,
tension is giving me
dude.
diarrhea.
Closing arguments. I felt like, dude, this dude is cheating, man. Honestly,
It's
The dude,
that's not a woman. It's a man, baby.
Hey, are you excited that Michael Myers is gonna come out with another show?
I am, dude. I love Michael Myers.
yeah.
He's coming out with another show where he's gonna play like 21 different characters.
Oh wow, that's
you
cool.
ever been at James's house at 5 o'clock in the morning where he puts on Austin Powers?
When's the last time you been at James' house at 5 o'clock in the morning when you put
been
on
there-
House of Powers? It's been like 10 years, right?
It's been longer than that.
I've been there at 5 in the morning, but we're still asleep.
everybody fucking leave his house once he puts Austin Powers on.
Oh, that's right. I
Because
saw
you're
that
gonna
on
listen
TikTok.
to him quote the whole movie unless you like that thing.
Hey Hugo, I'm standing up in Austin's wedding. He has a hat mandate and a boot mandate. I'm gonna look like a country motherfucker. Are you
gonna
looking
look
forward
like
to that?
I'd love it.
Dude, I protested it. Like I told him, I was like, dude, what the fuck,
You see
bro?
what the hey?
I really wanted to buy
You better call Doug Abbott.
one of my
What's his name?
Oh, he plays
Hot Wheels.
Greg Abbott?
No, it's
Greg
not
Abbott.
Doug. I just talk shit.
One of my cousins just got married, and it was very like vaquero style. So
Oh, okay.
I wanted to wear a hat, but I didn't have a felt hat, and
Yeah,
I didn't
seasoned.
realize how
it's seasoned.
expensive they are.
Well, there's seasons for felt and straw and palm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
So cold
It's
whether
at-
you wear
The felt. Okay.
warm whether you wear a palm leaf.
I ended up I wore my boots. I had them
Bro,
fixed.
you fucking serious?
Crystal say crunchy or crunchy.
My girl. That boy crunchy as hell.
Crunchy or
crispy
country?
noodle ass boy. Good job, babe. Thank you.
What does that mean? Why did they say that?
I guess I said crunchy.
Oh,
He
See,
said,
like,
"Alright,
I ended up wearing a bolo tie. And
Hey,
some
bolo
boots.
ties are shit. Dude, let me tell you a story about a bolo tie. So I used to go stay with my uncle in Wichita Falls, and they had this grocery store there that was kind of like Weast, and they had a claw machine. They had a bolo tie in it, and I don't know why I wanted to win it for my mom so bad.
Oh.
I had my uncle take me there every day until I won that motherfucker, and they gave it to my mom, and I think she still has it.
That's cute.
That's pretty cool, man.
Sweet. That's sweet.
Dude,
every
how
time I
short are
hear
your
bro-
shorts?
They can go shorter.
Damn.
Good damn. All right, we gotta end this shit. I gotta go.
Do we?
I got a lot of important shit I gotta do.
All right.
Cheers, y'all.
I gotta
Here
go
we
eat
go.
marshmallows. Them,
there goes your shot, Tommy.
that ASMR of all of us just
What did Robert say? James identifies as a what?
City worker.
City slicker. He can't force you to do it. Haha.
Fuck
I
it.
thought he was gonna say city worker where he don't do shit.
So I thought about this, right? And I was like, and dude, like,
What'd you think about?
you guys don't know how much I thought about this, right? So he was all like, yeah, dude, like, you know, so you told me this at the lounge,
just
and
said
you
boots
were
and
like,
cowboy hat.
you're gonna have to get yourself boots and a hat, and I was like, what? And like, dude, let me let y'all know. And I even thought about like, do I let people know about this because of whatever? So anyways, let me let y'all know. I've never wore a fucking cowboy hat in my fucking life.
Oh, really?
Ever.
He don't wear hats.
Or fucking cowboy boots.
Are we wearing straw or are we wearing?
Ooh, that don't look good.
It's in April, so I don't know.
Okay,
it's
so
kinda-
I was
it's
all
kinda-
like, so then like we're there at the lounge Friday, right? And we're there, and it's me, Austin, and fucking Isaac Sanchez. Shout out to Isaac, and also Terrence. Shout out to Terrence. But Terrence was in the restroom, and he was telling me, he's like, "So you're really not gonna wear it?" And I was like, "Dude, if you ask me to fucking wear a cowboy, I'm not gonna be the only one not wearing a fucking cowboy."
Right,
you
hat,
would be the
dude,
only one
right?
not wearing a cowboy hat.
Right. And then Isaac was like, "Come on, man, you look good with the cowboy hat, bro." And I was like,
sounded
"Right."
just like that.
I was all like, "Right," with the nice fade and shit. And he was like, "Yeah, man."
Hell yeah.
And then fucking Terrence comes back, and I was all, "Terrence, how do you see me wearing a cowboy hat?" And he was like, "Fuck no, bro." And I was like, "Hey, thanks for keeping it fucking real, bro. I just
it
can't see
100.
myself wearing a fucking cowboy hat, dude."
Keep it 100.
But my boy's
I've
getting
never-
married. I'll
I've
fucking
never
put
saw
on a
myself-
cowboy hat
I
too.
never saw myself wearing a cowboy hat either until I bought my first one, and then I'll be wearing that bitch. I don't wear it often, but I wear that bitch.
I'm gonna hit your vape, and I'll wear a cowboy hat for your wedding.
I'm good.
Oh damn!
Dude, there's no compromise here. It's just, hey, let me hit your vape. I got you, boo.
Bet.
I'll tell you.
Hugo,
That's friendship.
it's been nice having you on, man. Any
Yeah,
final
thanks.
words? I feel like you got some final words.
This was the crunchiest show ever.
It was the crunchiest show ever. I just say that spread the love. Everybody say love. That's all we need.
Stale crunchy.
Love.
Stay crunchy.
Nobody noticed how I took my hat off. Y'all were so involved in the conversation. I took my
I
hat
noticed. I just couldn't make too much of a. Couldn't to make too much of a.
off.
scene.
Like, did somebody turn some extra lights
No,
on in here?
no, they would have noticed because they saw me dancing in the back. I
I
was.
couldn't stand
Nobody
up.
was paying attention. You little bitch.
Yeah.
There's a little delay.
So yeah, love. Let's
give away a gift card.
Gift card.
Gift card for what?
Let's give away
Find out you got a gas card. That's like gold right now.
Hey, dude, gas card would be a good thing. We're gonna give away a $3.99 gas card. Gas card.
They won't
Gas
even
card
get
is-
you a galleon.
I said a
That
gas
is
card.
not a bad thing. You know what? You just gave me some ideas for work too. We should do that. We should
Yeah,
give out some
that'd be
gas cards.
where do you work at? Ecstasy?
we out here
Ecstasy Cabaret.
staying hydrated. HCC.
Oh, no, I think it was.
Oh, you go to school at HCC?
What do you guys want? You want a $100 Apple gift card? Visa gift card?
Why
Everybody wants a Visa.
gift card? What the hell's wrong with you?
Why not?
I didn't say that. What the fuck? You do whatever the fuck
I was
you
looking
want.
at Andrew.
Bullshit.
What? I didn't say
Yeah,
nothing.
man,
Google,
Why don't
Google
you
was the
do
man.
like a $25 gas gift card?
Yeah, I think that's good. $24. So they can get three gallons of gas.
Hey, Dark Side, one more shot. $20.
It'd be what,
That
5
man,
gallons?
Tommy Ortiz, is proposing something.
Dude, do 45 and we'll take 4 shots.
Hey, I will say,
Do
Dude,
shot
Frank,
4.
the whole fucking bottle, dude. Almost.
That's fine.
yeah, TJ donated earlier to us.
That's what's up.
I didn't look how much, and we've also had donations pouring in, so we really appreciate you guys because
Have we?
Do you have a Patreon?
We have a
No, we
cash.
don't.
We don't.
We don't have Patreon. He's
That's the
asking if we
second
have Patreon.
person that's
I feel like
if we have it.
I feel like
Patreon is a subscription. So
I'll
we
say-
would do like extra content, you know.
Yeah, but
extra
I already
videos.
know what we would do.
I don't think a Patreon would be a bad idea because, again, it's like people who are. I would subscribe to y'all's Patreon. I'd be a monthly subscriber
You could-
easily.
dude, you
you
could
know?
just-
Yeah,
Video-
because some of
you're
them could be
subscribed on
$5 a
only,
month.
Especially if
or-
it's like $5 a month.
Yeah.
Video of the
like, it's
pre-show.
nothing, you know?
Damn, Amanda's trying to get me on it.
Andrew,
Shit,
Save $3 and Andrew's got a shotgun.
I'm also trying to get you on it. What?
$100.
The bad thing is, if she gives you money, it's my money, so I'm getting
Do you want
fucked
to see
either
the
way.
sand video, by the way?
No, fuck no.
Are you sure?
what, I'm trying to figure out.
$100
$100 Conoco has card.
a hash card.
I give 157 Domino's and Pizza Hut ordered cheese sticks from Weast.
Ooh, gee, I might stop at that Sonic, the one that we've talked about before, and get some mozzarella sticks.
The one that's
Fuck
trash.
that Sonic.
Where should I stop to get food
You
on the
go
way
to the
to the
lounge
drive
and
back?
you'll get you some cheese sticks. The lounge has the
What
best
the hell's
cheese
the
sticks.
lounge?
How about just 100? We'll give away 100.
$100.
Why are you giving away
$100?
$100? What's wrong with you?
Why
Times are
not?
tough. The inflation is up.
Why not just 100?
I think a
$100
$25
on Cash App.
a $25
Crystal, get your ass in there.
I was gonna say, why don't you give away like two $40?
a $25 gas gift card would
This
be
is how we're gonna do
fantastic.
it. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 100.
You hear that? Okay, we got 14 viewers right now,
I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 100, and I'm gonna tell it to Hugo.
and I'll take a shot.
Mute it. Hold on.
Hold on.
Mute everything. You heard it. I didn't hear. I heard
Mozzarella sticks. What does that mean?
All right, mute it again. Mute it again.
No, chingao. Yeah, they're reading your lips now.
I want
All right.
at your butt.
All right. Mute it again.
Chipotle,
Mute it again. Mute it again.
Chipotle.
Hey, that was so anticlimactic.
I was like,
Hey,
I
hold
thought it
on.
would be something good.
Buffalo sticks.
What the fuck is considered good?
But no, that's a good
No, it's
number.
fine,
But
it's fine.
something. But it was so anticlimactic because you were like, hold on.
All right.
Buffalo.
We're thinking of a number from 1 to 30. I mean,
All right. Number 1 through 100.
1 through 100. Pick the number.
Pick the numbers, guys.
In the comments.
James is
Oh
drunk.
my god, that was funny.
Hey, this is not even the drinking episode.
and you're getting $100
Y'all have till 9
$100.
to your Cash App.
Y'all have till 9 o'clock to guess it.
One
It's in 3
to
minutes.
100. Let's get some
2058
guesses.
right now.
Let's get some guesses.
Look, I want to show you the. This is the sand.
Oh
video.
god damn.
Look at the sand video. Just
See,
wait.
Crystal's on it.
Dude. Oh my god, dude.
That is
No way. Is
so
that
much
you?
Sand. Yeah, that's me.
Keep
That is
guessing.
so much sand.
Keep guessing. Let's get him in. Let's
That
get
is
him in.
So much sand.
Nobody's even close.
Amanda and Crystal are on that shit. All right.
Nobody's even close. Come on, let's keep it going.
It could be a word also.
I'm not even gonna lie. I forgot the number.
Buffalo.
Me too.
I know it. Andrew, you know, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right, cool.
Oh, is
Let's
it?
keep
wait.
them going.
What up, Nicole?
Let's keep them going.
Hey, karaoke tonight at the lounge.
One and
Hey,
100.
Amarillo by morning. Dude, I was watching, one of my homeboys went to the rodeo over there with George Strait.
Okay. Was it good?
And dude, I was like singing along to all those songs. I was like,
Yeah, man. He's an icon,
I
bro.
was
I was
legit.
reading the
You-
text.
Even if you don't listen to them, you've
Put
heard
yourself
them
on there.
You've heard them in commercials. You know, you've heard them in anywhere.
Yeah.
$100.
Weddings, movies, shows. I mean,
$100.
Nicole, way lower.
Hey, you can't.
God, what the hell, bro?
JP, you're close.
Hey, man, what the hell?
He guessed one. And then he guessed 100.
No, but so your favorite George Strait songs, Austin?
Nobody's got it yet. You got to guess it because
Oh my!
somebody-
living
more than one person is close to it, so we got to get a guess on the number.
Crystal. Damn. Gang shit. I didn't even tell her.
Was that the one?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, I don't think.
Crystal got it.
Where?
there.
No, she didn't. Let me see.
Bullshit.
Oh, it's not on the screen yet. Or it's not on,
I didn't say
on there
shit.
yet.
What was it?
Not rigged. The number was 12.
There's nothing on the screen, bro.
Yeah, on the Facebook Live he just showed, yeah.
Yeah, it just
it is
showed
there.
it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not on this screen, but
It goes Amanda Gomez 29, Crystal 12. I did not even voodoo that shit. It don't count, Crystal. You gotta do it again.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know why.
Sorry, some bitch. Look at this shit.
Dude, that's fucked up because look, there's not these other comments on there too.
I will vouch. I
12?
did see Crystal commented it. So I
12?
vouch for that, yeah.
12?
Yeah, that was a number.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's funny.
I
Go
mean,
Pack Go?
pause. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers, that's the one.
That Go Pack Go? Is he the Packers guy?
Hey,
hold on. No, because we want to get this right.
I swear,
I don't know. I don't even see it on here.
it's not showing. See, look.
Okay, cool. Why are we not? I mean, I don't know.
See, look. Amanda seen it. It's that shit up here.
Bet.
Well, it is what
Crystal,
it is.
what's your
Congrats.
Cash App? You get to get you a good lunch tomorrow.
There we go. Thank y'all
That's
for all the
hey,
guesses.
that's why
guys.
you get married. Because of voodoo.
This is voodoo.
ESPN or that shit.
You
We're all
told her.
sad here now.
I see it. Well, on our thing, it's not showing up. I got three eyes looking at it. Well, mine,
Joe,
4 people. What? What did he say?
Joe said, I said 12, just didn't see it. I don't know where their Cash App is.
Put your Cash App in there.
He doesn't know what he said.
I don't know what it is.
Bet. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We really appreciate it, man. As always, I started this shit because I wanted to have, like good conversations with good people. Luckily, I know good people like Hugo, and these things aren't always
And
hard to
Joseph.
tackle. These things aren't always hard to tackle, this whole thing with the whole trans. What's her name?
Did you say you're hard when you tackle?
Leah.
Yeah, the transgender athlete.
Yeah. Thomas.
The transgender athlete. But luckily, Hugo answered the call to come in.
I like
and
that he answered the call.
He answered the call. Yeah,
let's
hey,
say-
when I pulled up, I said, "God damn, we must have sent out the bat signal or something because he came flying."
I know. I was wondering why your dick was so hard while you walked in here.
He's like,
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
Damn, Hugo.
That was me.
Hey, but thank you, Hugo, for coming on again. It was
thank you, brother.
really great
Of course.
talking to you, and we get an insight, from I don't know, man. You're on you're an ambassador for.
You're our spokesperson for the gay community.
I will say this, I have a daughter, and she's like, yeah, I'm bi. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I talk to you and I'll hit you up for, it seems like almost everybody is struggling with identity politics and other shit in junior high and high school, but it's good to have you on the show to get your perspective on things that things that we won't necessarily have the insight on. You know what I mean?
And the same goes for me to y'all, because there are aspects of life that both of you have that I don't. You have partners that you've been with for so long. You're about to be a father. You've been a father. I don't know how many times now, but there are aspects
all of the time.
There are aspects of life that we all can, hit. Same thing with producer Drew. You know what I mean? It's just it's nice to be able to talk about those things without having to get ugly. Like the back and forth that I've been having with some people on my own social media haven't been as nice. Right. Like they're claiming things about either my community or people that I know without having their perspective on it. And what I've always appreciated is that y'all are open to talking about things, even if you have a opinion that differs from mine.
For sure,
that's okay. I mean, we don't have to agree on everything. That's not how.
It's not fun if everybody agrees on the same
Well, that's
thing.
also not how life works.
No,
I heard that.
Yeah, so it's just it's fine.
Hey, he thinks that this trans whatever, we're not gonna have him on our show. Hey, one thing that I'm gonna hold you is Dark Side Smash or Pass. Me, Austin, and Drew, Lego.
God damn. Oh no! Wait! Let's do marry, kill, fuck.
No. Smash or pass, straight up.
James wants to be smashed.
I don't.
He's just,
fuck yeah, dude.
He's like, smash me.
While Austin is pouring up Dark Side Smash or Pass.
You know what?
Big side. He's like, smash them all.
I do not think I would pass anybody here, and that's being completely honest.
Drew, you're such a slut.
I can see reasons to smash every single one, and that's being completely honest. I won't go into detail, but I do think.
Okay, but I have to ask you, since you said you would smash everyone here, Austin. Smash with hat, smash without hat.
Would you go with hat or without hat?
Hat or no hat?
Hat or no hat? Chongo or sin chongo?
Let's go. Let's take this shit.
Yeah, before. Come on.
Yeah, see, Natasha wants a
once with hat, once without. Cheers.
Kill and smash. What the?
Once without hat, once with hat.
Oh shit! You already took it. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Salute.
Cheers.
I think I just got
ran
the
out of
same
water, boss.
Hey, that is pretty smooth.
That's
now
really
you're a twat.
Yeah.
All right, so I want a definitive answer. Are you smashing Austin with the hat or without the hat?
Like I said, once with, once without.
He's already said this shit.
He wants to pull on your hair a little bit.
James wants to know if you're gonna smash him twice or not.
No, I want to know which one's better, with or without.
Hey, well, I guess we'll have to find out.
No, we're not gonna
We'll have to find out.
Well, that was episode 169 of
And
Dark Side of the Mic.
then without the hat, are you wearing the hat?
Are you wearing the hat and he's not wearing the hat?
It's always James creates these fantasies inside of his head.
Who wears the hat?
He's the motherfucker jacking off in the aisle, the cereal aisle at the grocery store.
No, he's the one walking around with the strudel on his
He's got the
face.
fantasies or the strudel on his face.
Honestly, y'all look it up. It is crazy.
Fuck no.
I showed it to you. It was bizarre. Like, who would do that?
Where's the cream filling?
Alright, guys. Smashing James with or without cam shorts.
Yes, thank you.
Ain't no shorts gonna be involved anyway.
Fuck you,
so it
JD.
doesn't matter, yeah.
Hey,
He's got the basketballs on today.
hey, you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in today. You guys make this stream what it is. Thank you for Hugo for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
We really appreciate you. Austin doing his damn thing as he always does.
Austin.
Oh, he sees me. He just don't want to dab me.
No, I'm sorry. I just saw my dad's name in the comments.
All right, guys. And
What the fuck?
What? I don't know.
I'd marry Jimmy.
You can take over.
Justin would have to call me mom. I'd smash someone and I'd kill James so I could take over. Damn, kill
Damn,
me.
Natasha.
Just block her comments.
Kill
Jimmy,
me.
not Jimmy.
Damn, let me fuck.
That's premeditated murder.
Let me fuck, please. Let me fuck. I want some miso soup. And with that being said, this has been episode 169. My name is James.
It's Austin.
I'm producer Drew.
And we have Hugo.
Dabbing it up. I'm not
And we'll see you guys back here again next week.
Peace out, y'all.